Welcome to the Sunday Sequence Break, everybody. This is episode 56, Diddy Kong Racing.
Ooh.
So, we've got with us today, Tofool.
Hey.
And CFox7.
Hey.
And, as usual, we have Flicky. Oh, just kidding. And me, PJ. Feasel. Fees here.
Hey. Hi.
Duckfist.
Hey, what's up?
And, for the first time, Green K4.
Hi, everybody.
I don't know what Flicky does here.
Usually witty comment followed by a very poor segue.
Well, usually, we screw up the saying people's names, and now at this point we're laughing about it, and now we're segueing back into starting over again, and now we're actually doing the show for real.
Oh, shoot.
So
Well, we already blew it. I can go back and fix that.
No, that's fine. That's enough of a screw up that we can let that slide and just keep going.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, the first few seconds of the intro were muted, so I guess that kind of works.
All right. Good.
Yes.
Speaking of the first few seconds being muted, it's time for recaps. This is pretty awkward, though, because I'm usually the one that starts, and I forgot what I did this week. So I think I played a lot of Worms. I know I played a lot of Torchlight. Torchlight 2. That's a really fun game.
Oh, cool! Yeah, you should have been around when we had a big call going, and a lot of us were playing it when it first came out.
Yeah, I didn't have
Great
anything
game,
that could
though.
run it mad long ago, though. So I got it last week or something. I've been playing with my brother. It's really silly though. There's some really dumb stuff that you can do in that game. I get hit out of bounds in almost every map. It's
I forgot it's you playing it, so I'd like to hear some of that stuff sometime.
It's really silly.
Everywhere?
There's this guy, right? One of those huge dudes that just smashes you, and he's supposed to put you on the floor or something. But if you're a level of terrain above him, and he hits you straight down, he smashes you through the floor, because it tries to put you on his level, and you just go flying all the way down through the map, and you're just walking around on the darkness down there. It's really silly. So I've been playing a whole lot of that, and still waiting for my capture card to come from apparently the moon. So I haven't done anything actually productive. Yep.
It sounds productive. You had something to talk about, so there you go.
Yeah.
No, that was good. That was good.
All right, Fees, I think you're up
Do I
next.
go next? Okay. All right. What did I do this week? I did a couple Ninja Gaiden races. That was fun. My first Ninja Gaiden races. Yeah.
Feasel.
Just in time. I'm sure now that I started playing, everyone's going to stop and lose interest and move on to something else.
Or we'll get twice as many people next time because they're so hyped that Feasel's playing Ninja
Yeah.
Gaiden.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. I don't
That's
do a
my
good
bad.
job of selling it, though. But it's fun, and it's pretty cool, and I like the fact that I get killed constantly, and I don't care, just because, it's low pressure. But that's fine. And most of my time, I think, this week has been spent playing Ninja Turtles. If you guys have caught my streams, they've been very long and full of Technodrome spawn crap. But, it's kind of fun. I really enjoy running the game. I think it's great. It's not very reset heavy, other than the fact that you have to reset, 90% of the way into the run from getting bad Technodrome luck. Other than that, it's actually pretty, solid speedrun game, and it's not too annoying. Not a lot of RNG. There's a lot of, enemy pattern stuff, and stuff like leaving an enemy alive here affects what happens on the next screen, and, which enemies you kill affect the lag and things like that. But you kind of get used to that stuff after a while, and you start to sort of see the patterns, and the game, becomes pretty doable. I would never have thought that it was, as easy to do most of these levels as it actually turned out to be once I really just got down to it and started practicing it. So it was a pretty productive week for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really
amazed
fun
that
to
you
watch,
say
man.
that. Oops, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just really fun to watch, and I think you should keep it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
weird that I
pretty cool.
found this game that actually gets as many viewers as Zelda 2. Would never have suspected it,
Yeah, definitely. I had it on, in the background for literally the entire day yesterday. It was
God, that was quite a stream. I don't even know how long that was. It was
it was
like
over
3/4 of the
12
day,
hours.
I think.
Yeah, it was a really long stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mad good. I'm amazed you say that game doesn't have much RNG, because, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like it all seems really random, but once you're really consistent, once you like decide on your pattern and you always kill the same enemies, you get the same result, you know?
I
Unless you
see.
do something like you scroll the screen differently than usual, but as long as you stick to the plan, it's all really predictable, except for the Technodrome.
Except for
Yeah,
the
pretty
technical.
much.
Cool.
Hmm.
All right, Duckfist?
I haven't been doing a whole lot of gaming outside of a couple of the random Ninja Gaiden races and the big races yesterday. Okay, past 2 weeks I did learn Adventure Island 2, so that was kind of cool.
Ooh, that must have been just undertaking.
Yeah, it's a different game. It's something that I'm not really used to as far as like learning the game. It's actually really, really hard to beat. It's really hard to finish a run. So I've only completed one run, and that is the world record. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I spent a long time grinding individual stages and then slowly grinding worlds and stuff.
Well, yeah, no, some games are like that. It's like, you're either going to fail horribly or everything's going to go right and you're going to get the run, but, most of the other runs don't even complete.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely know how that goes.
Those Tom Vadava strats.
Yeah.
I completed one run and submitted it.
No, it's not like I played through the game for the first. Okay, well, actually, that speed run was the first time I've legitimately completed the game too, without save states and level select. But no, seriously, it's actually kind of a decent run. It could be improved. We'll talk about it later. But,
Yeah. No, some of that is the way it is. I think Tom Vadava's Iron Sword run is the first time he's beaten the game.
Like, I'd like to play it for a marathon, but it'd be impossible because if I mess up, just be like, okay, I'm done. Next game. So that's pretty much it for me. Oh, I've also been, I've had some extra time to work on a programming project of mine. I've got back to this game that I'm making, so I'll keep you guys posted on the status of that in the future.
Ooh. Exciting. All right. I guess it's Green next.
Okay, sure. As for me, the only thing I've been doing is morning my MacBook, which is why no one's seen reels from me the past 2 episodes. I did that. I watched PJ stream till like 5 in the morning, sacrificing all sleep that day.
Yeah, that was a great night of worms.
Yes, it was. I started playing some Mega Man 10 because that's the only Mega Man game I haven't finished. Still haven't beaten it.
Nice.
And it's not speedrun or anything. I'm just using everything Duckfish showed me how to Mega Man. And besides that, I've just been playing Soul Hackers and finished The Walking Dead. That's really it.
All right. I guess we can move on to our guests now. We'll go in alphabetical order here. So C-Fox can start us off.
Alright, I guess first off, that is an awesome picture for my stream.
Yeah, that is.
I'm a big fan of that.
Dude,
I told you
yeah,
I couldn't find much fan art, but
That was a great
that
picture.
laughing pretty hard.
Okay, I guess earlier in the week I was doing some DK64 100%. I actually got the world record
Spoiler
earlier.
alert.
It was a really good run. I guess that'll be up later. I've been trying to learn Portal, which is a lot of fun. It's like, it looks just as hard as I thought it'd be. I had Zernicus help me out with that. There's so many things you have to do at one time. And then I guess last night, I thought that I found a wrong warp in DK64, but it ended up being nothing.
It was the right warp.
Yeah.
You've just never done it that way.
It was weird. I had my hopes up and I spent like 4 hours on it, but nothing really came from it.
Darn. Well, I'm sure you'll get it soon. It is DK64. It can only resist for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game is amazing.
Yeah, it is a mess. Alright, and that brings us to Tofu.
Well, I haven't really been doing too much this week other than, for people who watch my stream, they know I also play Mario 64, so I've just been farming a lot of 16 stars for seasons. And that's really about it. I've done a couple 100% in DKR, but nothing really came out of those, and that's about it.
Huh. All right.
Oh, that Diddy. Oh man.
I guess we can move on to game of the week then.
I'm ready for that. Let's do it.
All right.
I'm ready for that too. All right, so apparently you guys have played this game before, which is why you're on the show.
A little bit.
What's
So,
twice?
Not for 7 years or anything.
no.
No.
7 years. That's way too long. That's okay.
Oh, it was more like 5 or something. I don't know, something like that.
Like 6 days. All right. So tell us about Diddy Kong Racing.
Well, Diddy Kong Racing is a very fast-paced game that's really close to Mario Kart 64, but it actually has like an adventure mode that's definitely not like Mario Kart. The route for the game is you turn on the game, and you collect these 4 overworld balloons, and then it's kind of forward from there. You complete 4 of the worlds. Each has 4 races: a boss race, 4 coin challenges, a second boss race, and then a trophy race, except in 100% where you also complete a minigame. And in between these worlds, you also do these Taj races, where if you know who Taj is, he's this stereotypical Indian elephant that everyone makes fun of.
Oh man. Yeah.
That's amazing.
And you get 3 balloons from him, and well, in the any percent route, now you can skip one of those and all of the mini games and all of the last 8 races. And big shout outs to Fash, who found pretty much every glitch in this game. If he can say something in the chat. I was streaming one day, and he just came in while I was doing any percent, and he said, "Did you know that you can skip the last door to get to the last boss?" I'm like, "No, you can't."
Wrong answer.
And then he shows me this video of this TASer who tried something out with it, and he tried for a few months, and we finally got a consistent way of doing it, and that's how it's beaten so fast now. And the TAS is like 20 minutes slower than my actual any percent record now because of that.
Dang.
That is
Wow.
amazing.
Yeah. C-Fox, do you want to... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Is it true that this is now the fastest N64 game?
Well,
I think
not
so.
really, because... Well, if you want to count glitched as any percent, then
Yeah, of course.
maybe. But glitched is not really something we want to call any percent because it takes information from an already completed file, so we don't really count it as that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
need a 47 balloon, which is the max, like a file already set, and that basically, I guess, takes the overworld from that
Yeah.
file and loads it, and so you can go straight to the end.
It's like technically you're already in a new file, but it has all the information from a 47 balloon file. So
Okay, so it's like some
Oh,
weird
is it
New Game
kind of
Plus.
like New Game Plus? Yeah.
It's sort of, but it's
Yeah.
not exactly like New Game Plus. Usually New Game Plus, you complete the game and then you start again from the beginning with a few things different as opposed to what you're
Yeah.
talking about. But I
So,
don't really
so
know
wait,
what to
does
call it.
does the TAS do this too? So does TAS have like SRAM or something when
Doesn't-
it
no,
started?
the TAS is super old. Well, the task for the glitched percent does that.
I think Swordless did the new task. He just has it
Yeah.
up on his YouTube. I think he cut 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's about
He cut 5 minutes.
40 seconds faster than my non-TAS one.
All right, so
Okay,
sorry, I kind of took us off track here because I'm a terrible friend. You want to talk about the history of runs here?
C-Fox, you
Well, I
want to do
suppose
that?
categories would be first, but you
Yeah,
know what to do.
categories.
Yeah, you kind of covered glitch in any percent. So like, what's the typical 100%? And we have all
Okay.
trophies. Can you go into just
Yeah.
briefly cover that?
100% is all balloons, which there are 47 of. All the keys you need. There's a hidden key on one of the 4 levels in each area, and those keys let you get to the mini games. So you need the keys in order to unlock the mini games, and then by doing the mini games, you get part of TT's amulet, which is, well, was needed to get to the final boss.
Quick question. With these keys, I was just curious about it. You have to finish the race that you get them on, right? You can't just
Yes.
collect the key and exit.
Actually, no, you can collect the
Well-
key and exit because there's only one there's one race where it's actually faster to get the key and then reset the race because you have to like go in the water with the car, and so you grab the key and then you restart the race, and then once you finish, it still counts it.
Yeah, but for the most part, you want to get the key and then finish it first after getting the key. And then you would do the mini
that's the
game.
fastest.
Yeah.
All right.
There used to be 80% before the big skip found that lets you skip all the mini games and get to the boss. Like you can skip to the past the TT door. I guess we'll get to that later. But the only difference between 80% and 100% used to be whenever you get pulled into the final Whiz Pig battle, you actually have to leave and then go do the trophy race for the future land. You don't actually. That's the only trophy race you don't wasn't intended that you need to beat the game.
And you also SDA used to say that you needed to unlock drumstick during 100%, but once the categories got changed around, we kind of got rid of drumstick because both TT and drumstick are based on like the cartridge and not the file. So once you unlock drumstick in a file, you can use him in a new file. So we kind of got rid of that.
Yeah, you used to have to start off like with the timer running. You'd have to go to the options menu and turn off drumstick, and then go back.
Yeah, it was kind of silly.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, sounds legit.
Yeah, so we kind of got rid of that. And plus, it's a lot more entertaining to see TT play this game than it is Banjo. Because we used to use Banjo 100%.
How much? It's like 15 minutes or something faster.
Yeah, it's so much faster.
I'm going to take us off track a little bit again because I'm a terrible friend still. Does this game have rubber banding at all?
No,
Every time
there's
I watch,
no rubber band.
Every time I watch you or Ix play this, basically, you can see your rivals for about 5 seconds in each match, and then like again in lap 3 when you pass them again, and that's about it.
Yeah. Well, in the trophy races, they're like a little bit faster, but not anywhere near like rubber band fast.
Okay. So they really
Nowhere
are
near
just
like
going
Mario
for
Kart.
rubber.
So
Yeah.
this is actually a good game. It doesn't need rubber banding.
Yeah. When they in SRL, when they used to do the Mario Kart races like all the time, I got so mad at the rubber band, and I just like I'm gonna play Diddy Kong Racing now.
I remember going back to Mario Kart, like trying to drift. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's so slippery compared to this game.
I think there's another category. I guess there's two more. There's a race category called all trophy races, where you actually like don't go into the story mode. You would go from the menu. You can select the tracks, and you can select a trophy race. So the timer would start like when you hit OK on the first trophy race, and then you have to navigate the menu, which is basically just pressing down and going to the next one.
I see.
And that's a fun like SRL race, just because it's
pretty short.
not 2 hours long.
So that's
Yeah.
just the trophy races? Like
Yep,
there's no adventure
it's all
mode or
5
any
of
of
them. Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically racing all the tracks.
that? I see.
Same
So
thing.
it's kind of like Mario Kart in a sense.
Yeah. It's like they're like cups, kind of.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then
Alright.
I'll explain low percent.
Yeah,
and
this
it's
one
like
I'm pretty
understand
happy about.
it's just a bunch of TT stomps in the worlds, which allow you to get into certain areas and boss rooms that you're not supposed to get into, and you complete the game with 32 balloons instead of 36 in any percent. And it's just like a bullshit category that I've never done. And Fash is the only one who's done it, so he has the world record for that.
It's
But
like
it's
getting
very
slapped
silly.
around a lot, getting out of bounds, landing in weird areas.
Yeah.
So you can only skip 4 balloons?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, that's lame.
Well, for now,
Well-
somehow something magical will happen that would change that.
Well, if you
for
want to
more
do
than any percent.
if you want to
like-
count glitched, then there's 0 balloons. But yeah.
Huh. That's not nearly as exciting as I was hoping.
Yeah.
Alright, so how did the scene for this develop?
Well, okay, when they had it on SDA, Stefan Marla actually had, well, those runs are actually still on SDA, but me and Ox have just crushed those ever since. um, Ox still holds the world records for all the old categories that before the glitches were found. I already talked about Fash and how he found that TASer who found that glitch that stips the TT door. It actually took him a few months before we actually found a way to do it consistently so that we can do it in an actual RTA. But okay, about the Ron warp. So when you go into Hot Top Volcano, you maybe have seen. Well, earlier you saw me do the out of bounds. That's actually faster in the race, but you can actually go out of bounds, and you can hit a loading zone that's under the map, and we don't know why it's there, and it's right under the finish line, and it will take you to certain locations based on what version of the game you have.
Oh no.
And
Oh,
that,
What's it? You need 1.1.
yeah, you need 1.1. In 1.0, it just crashes your game, and in Japanese version, it brings you to one of two spots, which are Dragon Forest and right at the beginning of where you would start an 80% run. But the cool thing with this is that, I mean, what you see what I'm doing now is the Ron warp. And,
Cool thing is you can use 2 characters.
yeah, you'll see me warp to the overworld, which doesn't make any sense.
That is amazing.
There's player 2, man.
And then now that you can do it with 2 players, so you'll keep the plane as you go in there, so you can just fly over this door and get to the last boss.
Oh, that's so good.
No problem.
You see Crunch like spawn in a very bizarre spot.
Yeah.
Oh, is this the one where it zooms out like infinitely on the player 2 slide?
Yeah, it takes
For
forever.
2 minutes?
You lose like 40 seconds to this race just because it has to wait for the game to understand what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Surprised it only takes a game 40 seconds to understand what's going on.
Yeah. And the cool thing about this is actually you can put 4 controllers in, and you can essentially have 4 players in the overworld instead of just like 1 or 2. You're only meant to have 2 with the cheat, so it's kind of cool that you can actually have 4 people in the overworld.
Yeah. Another interesting thing is whenever WizPig crosses or does a lap, it says lap complete on the player 2 screen.
Yeah.
Great.
And
So like
Here-
it kind of thinks you're playing as WizPig, I guess.
yeah. I guess that's kind of what it is like.
So what happens if player 2 enters a different door at the same time that player 1 enters?
We'll get
Right.
to
Rock
that
Ganon's castle.
later.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
there's
that's actually a thing.
there's actually there's a text storage glitch that leads to something that's pretty funny that we can show later. But,
Oh, okay.
but for the records, Stefan Marla's 80% time on SDA is 2:21, and we've got it down to 1:40:18, so it's 40 minutes.
Oh wow.
No problem.
Yeah. Let's see here.
So
Oh
do you
yeah,
have
it's
both
oh,
the...
go ahead.
Do you have the 80% and the 100% right now?
Yeah.
You do. Okay.
And actually, recently, about 2 weeks ago, is when I actually improved them quite by a few minutes because we found. Well, we didn't find this. Well, we found this a while ago. It was found by Saltcure, who also plays the game and has a few time trial records. But he found that you can actually pause at the end of a race, like the frame that you finish, and you can exit the race right as you finish the race, and it saves 6 seconds if you get it first try. And you can also like pause buffer to get it, and that in the total, if you get them all first try, it saves like 2 to 3 minutes. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
And then,
Yeah.
did you find this helpful? Or like, usually when you do a course for the first time, it plays a longer cutscene, like zooming around all the cars, showing you where you are.
Yeah.
But if you pause and hit restart right away, I think in some courses over others, it will skip right to the beginning of the race, and it saves
Yeah.
like
Some of those save time, and some of them don't. Yeah, what you're seeing now is kind of what it is. The biggest ones are Frosty Village, where it saves 3 seconds, and 3 seconds in Darkmoon Caverns, but other ones are like maybe 1 second.
I think some they actually waste time because it takes so long to reload.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that waste time.
Huh. Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Nice comparison video. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
So you just have to
beginning
memorize
cutscene.
all the tracks that happens on.
Yeah, I usually only do it on Frosty Village because it saves 3 seconds, and that's the most.
Oh, okay.
Because if you mess it up, then you just pretty much kill it all the time.
Yeah.
So you skip the beginning cutscene and the end cutscene.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
That's pretty awesome.
The end cutscene is a lot more, though, because it's like 6 seconds.
Oh.
And that adds up quite a bit over all the races that you do.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. Like I think it was less than a year ago. I don't remember exactly how long. Like this game didn't. I don't think it has a single glitch in it. Like,
Yeah,
nothing
other
different.
than the speed glitches, there wasn't much that was known.
Oh, how about this? Speaking of speed glitches, let's talk about speed glitches.
Good tidbit.
All right, C Fox.
I like it.
Talk
I see
about
you'd be proud, yeah.
please.
All right.
I've been practicing.
okay,
How's
this-
that? My Flicky impersonation's been getting pretty good.
Oh, he's not here, so you can impersonate a British accent, and so no one's going to bitch about it. Oh,
I might.
man, please do it. We'll save it for later.
Save it, yeah.
Yes.
We run out of things to talk about. We'll break it out.
Yeah. All right. I'm excited. I'm going to deliberately not say anything for the rest of the show. All right, let's go. General techniques. What we got?
Okay. Each vehicle has their own like little tricks. I guess the main one, is with the car. If you tap A, I think optimally you want to do it every 4th frame, something like that.
Yeah, it's about 4 to 5 times a second. It's not really a thing where you have to mash the A button.
No, it's just kind of like you get a rhythm going, and it increases your speed. I want to say like 10 miles per hour or something. I don't know how much exactly it is. But it's a good bit, so like it's kind of funny if you watch someone playing this, running this game, like if you see their controller, they're just sitting there kind of tapping A really fast. There's also drifting in the car. By holding R, you actually like end up holding R throughout this entire run. My finger always hurts like hell after doing these because it's 2
Yeah.
hours of holding R.
Yeah, you're holding R for every vehicle essentially.
You let go a little bit in car, but
Yeah.
yeah, just drifting gets you a lot more speed. I guess what you're seeing right now is referred to snaking. In the hovercraft, if you want to hold R the whole time again, and you just kind of move it back and forth, kind of get that slithering motion. That's why it's called snaking, I guess.
Wow, this
And
looks
that-
incredibly not fun to do.
It takes some. I still can't do it very optimally, but I don't know. It's interesting. It's better than just kind of holding straight, I guess.
It looks like
So-
it's hard to keep a straight line while you're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really hurts my thumb even after playing it for a while.
Wow.
So it's not like Mario Kart in that you have to like release the drift button after like every boost. Instead, it's like a continuous thing. You just hold the button down, and every time you begin drifting, you're getting a boost. How does that work?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So you could
Alright.
basically
I get
just
it.
tape the button down. You could like put a piece of tape on it and
Well,
go for the
Well-
rest of the races.
for the
Not
car, you don't. There's
necessarily.
parts like if you're going down a straight line, you don't want to drift through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the car, it's not really. Some of the parts in car, it's actually faster to not hold R, and it just helps with some of the turning.
Yeah, because like TT's controls are already bad enough. If you add drifting to it, you're way
And
off.
then with the snake, when you actually do barrel rolls, that actually increases your speed. And to do a barrel roll, you have to hold the right or left and then tap R twice. So that's another thing where you're not just holding R.
So it's kind of
Yeah,
like Star
planes.
Fox, except with a direction.
Yeah.
Huh.
And
So
Explain
it's
is
kind of
basically,
hard.
it gets
lied
pretty
to us.
annoying because if you don't hold it directly right or left, you'll do a backflip instead of a side roll, and then that just wastes like a ton of time.
I did that a lot. I would get in the habit of you have to time like how many, or at least like kind of think out how many times you're hitting R. Because if you overdo it, and if you're not holding the direction, you just do a backflip.
Why is
Yeah.
backflip even in the racing game? It seems like it's just completely backwards.
Style points.
I have no idea. Yeah.
I guess it's not really a speed trick. It was built into the game, but the more bananas you get, the faster you go, up till 10 bananas. So for the most part, you want to try to get 10, but like on certain courses like this, like you only see 5 or 6 bananas.
Yeah.
Just because it would take too long to go out of your way and hit bananas.
That's also the most that's the question I get the most on my stream is why are you getting bananas?
You always say you're hungry, right?
Yeah, potassium.
Let's see what else is there.
What else?
I guess that's
We-
kind of it for like basic vehicle
speed
movement.
Yeah.
speed tricks.
So it's more or less
Also-
just memorizing all the maps and learning where you can power slide.
Yeah.
It's like you can't really teach someone this game. You kind of have to just watch.
Yeah.
You can watch like the record videos and kind of see, okay, they're getting bananas here and here.
Yeah, also with the boosts on the hovercraft and plane, you want to be straight on the boost, or else it'll like stop you for a second and then turn you around in the direction of the boost and then spit you out of the boost, which actually is slower than actually just going on. So you want to be kind of straight on with the zipper.
Yeah, and there's also sometimes I'm pretty sure it's random, but like a boost that you hit will randomly give you a lot more speed than normal.
Yeah.
I think
And
on
in,
emulator, every single boost is like that, which is why
Yeah.
it's not.
like if you turn the music off in time trials, some of the boosts actually make you go faster.
That's
kinda
amazing.
Weird.
And
That
so
music lag
time
is so
trials
strong.
time trials got really boring when you're just sitting there without any music.
I was wondering why I couldn't get up to you guys' times. I didn't.
Yeah.
So I'm really unfamiliar with this game. I've never even played this before. Can you choose what vehicle you want in every stage, or are you forced to use?
In story mode, you are forced to
Yeah.
have a
Okay.
vehicle. In time trials, you can do whatever. That's why time trials gets kind of cool. You can do a lot of courses with different vehicles, and there's a record for each vehicle.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Which
And you get to do
vehicle's,
strategies that don't exist really in story.
which vehicle's fastest?
It
Or
kind
is
of
it actually
depends.
situational?
Yeah, it's situational, I think. But the
Okay.
plane,
Yeah.
if you're good at the plane, it can be extremely fast because of all the barrel rolls you can do. It just increases your speed like a lot.
There's a lot of areas you
pretty
can just
silly.
kind of cut corners since you're like in a plane that you couldn't cut a corner in a car.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I mean, there are definitely some levels that you're limited on what vehicles you can pick, like in Hot Top Volcano, where the entire course is lava. You obviously can't be in a car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be the hovercraft if you're really brave.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Just do all the courses with the hovercraft only. I think a lot of people would be angry at that kind of a race.
Yeah, that
I mean,
sounds awful.
do people ever do just runs of just single vehicle runs?
I don't think so, because you'd have to do it all in time trial, and you have to select each individual. Well, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't think.
I think Stacy actually did. Stacy Needham actually did a bunch of like hovercraft stuff
Okay.
because he has like almost every hovercraft world record in time trials. Same with like Oxwas, who has every single plane time trial world
Yeah.
record, and me and Salt Curious share some car ones.
Ox is a beast in the plane.
Yeah.
Do you have to, when you do the trophy race, you said that's just like playing through other courses. Do they choose your vehicle in that?
Yeah, it's the
trophy-
same
yeah.
as the story mode
Okay.
for those.
Yep.
Gotcha.
All right. Should we move on to the TT Stomp?
Yeah, let's do
Sure.
it.
All right. So, like I said, this was This is found by a TASer at first, and then Fash came into my chat one day when I was doing 80%, and I was like, "Hey, did you know this existed?" I was like, "No," and so we played around with this for a while, and we finally figured out how it all works.
What are we watching?
And this skips over 20 minutes of the game. And all you have to do for this is bring over TT. He gets up on an invisible wall, and then because no two characters can apply or acquire the
Oh,
same
man.
space, yeah, then he just slaps you out of bounds. Like all you have to do is pause and then talk to him, and then when you stop talking to him, you hold down right, and then you're good.
And
It's
he
a
just
very,
slaps
like,
the
small
bejesus
window.
out of you.
It looks
You can
like
see him.
TT himself just ambles through the wall after he's done talking with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He-
You can see him way up there in the wall. It's just
Yeah, he does.
I was wondering what that
he
was.
walks over it. He flies up and down very quickly, and so like his flying down motion hits you and just
It's
smacks you.
fucking platform 9 3/4 right there.
Yeah.
This trick is actually quite annoying in any percent because it's half luck if he goes up there or not. So you never know if he's going to go up there or if he's just going to keep walking and not go up on top of the ledge. And in my 80%, I got it first try, and I just was like, I'm done for a while.
So
That's about what I
it's
did.
because he just walks around aimlessly. That's why it's so difficult.
There's
Well,
little
actually,
things.
he starts off in the middle, and you just drag him back. And when you talk to him, he'll turn to the left, and then when you talk to him again, he'll turn to the right. And so you want to get him to where he turns to the left into the wall, and then he'll get up on that ledge and slap you out of bounds.
So is it actually difficult to execute other than just the sheer luck factor of it?
No, it's
Done
actually
easier.
pretty easy.
It's just,
it used to
it's
be
hard to get first try.
it used to be pretty precise,
Yeah.
but the precise way is actually faster because you don't have to drag him as far, but it's really, really hard to do.
Let's see.
Right.
Wow. Great game.
Yeah.
Alright, so the wrong warp we already mentioned.
You
I
mentioned it.
believe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you showed it though.
Checking. We haven't covered Lowell.
Yeah, we did that. Alright, tell me about the plane here.
Oh yeah, the out of bounds that were discovered. One of them was Hot Top Volcano, which I actually discovered on stream when we were trying to figure out all these new glitches with the game. And the Hot Top Volcano one, you grab a boost at the beginning, and you barrel roll out, or you barrel roll into the lava, and you can actually go out of bounds. And when you do this at the beginning of the race, it actually saves about 10 seconds in the race, which adds up to about 20 seconds in a run. And so it took me like a week to try to figure out a consistent way to be able to finish the race without saying, no, wrong way. Because it would keep saying I'm going the wrong way, and it wouldn't actually count me going a lap around. But I figured out a consistent way to do it.
There's certain checkpoints around the lap that you kind of have to hit, I guess, to load the next area, and just so that it knows that you're going the correct way, kind of.
Right.
Yeah, like one of the things that I've noticed is that when you go out of bounds, you have to go to the right until you hit these arrows that it shows on the left and right to show you where you're going. And once you hit those, you're pretty much okay, and then you can turn around once you hit a certain arrow. And then once you get back and you finish a lap, you have to turn around in a slightly specific area, but it's not too bad. But it does save quite a bit of time in a run.
Is that lava supposed to damage you?
No,
No.
not at all.
It's not?
There's no,
It
like,
just kind of bounces you around, doesn't it?
Yeah, it
Much.
just bounces you around.
I see.
Like, you're actually in... you can use a hovercraft for this and just hover on the lava.
Okay.
And the second big... the big out of bounds is the WizPig 2 out of bounds, which saves 30 to 40 seconds. This one is actually pretty ridiculous because you're going under the last boss and you end up lapping Wizpig. And
That's really strange looking.
if you show my 80% world record at the end, it'll show me doing the whole thing.
Okay. I'm gonna click around until I find it. Oh, there we are. Yep, that was an easy find.
Yeah.
Just flying through the blackness.
So I grab 2 balloons, and I kind of do a little turnaround, and then I go in.
Does that upgrade your boost, getting 2 balloons?
Yeah. It makes it a little bit easier.
Huh.
And so I look for a few things that allows me to not get that wrong way thing, so that I can actually finish a lap.
Here you can really see how much speed chaining barrel rolls gives you.
Yeah.
And it's so much easier to do it here just because there's nothing you can really crush.
There's no obstacles or anything. Just pretty much straight lines cutting across the track.
Yeah.
That's
But you
amazing.
have visual cues you're looking for as to when you can actually turn so it doesn't go wrong way or anything.
Wait, say that again?
I don't know, you have visual cues that you're looking at to make sure that you turn at the right time and don't go wrong way. Like,
oh yeah, I have
out
a
of
few
bounds.
I have a few visual cues that on that turn you just saw. There's a you have to load these textures, and so you have to go a little bit to the right, or else it'll say you're going the wrong way. And then I look for a balloon, and then I go under that balloon, and then I turn to the left, and then I finish the race. Oh, I did a little backflip at the end there.
Yeah, nice.
I didn't even know that.
Wizpig is not happy about this. Wow, that's so silly. I like that, like, the biggest OOB is in the very final race.
Yeah,
It's
that's a really big
definitely
one.
like the riskiest thing, especially when you have a really good run going. Just like being at the end, you can very easily.
Yeah, it's pretty
lose it.
silly because you have to get the TT stomp first try, and then you have to go and do this first try. And that's one of the runs where everything went pretty damn well.
So what happens if you miss that OOB? Do you just, like,
You can
smash the
actually-
plane into the floor?
Yeah, you're kind of screwed from there, but you can go around and try it again, but it really loses a ton of time.
Okay.
And if you actually do it again and are successful at it, it actually still saves like 10 seconds. But
Wow.
yeah, it's pretty silly.
Wow, what happened to Banjo in the credits here?
What is wrong with Banjo?
Oh man.
We'll watch him conga again. He's not feeling well.
It just doesn't look right.
Actually, when you do the if you bring up my glitch run, the credits are all messed up. Like Diddy's
Oh,
blue
that sounds.
and the colors are all messed up.
Do I have...
It's like the same cutscene, but all the colors are all messed up because the game doesn't know what to do.
Let me see if I have your glitch run. You want to send me a link real quick?
Yeah, I'll get that out.
Okay, cool.
Oops. Let's see.
Yeah.
So, quick question. Speaking of Banjo, why did everyone pick him at first?
He's actually the fastest character that you don't unlock. We used to use Banjo for 100%, just
Yeah.
because he was the fastest.
And then when everything got changed around, we kind of were like, well, we unlocked Drumstick. Why aren't we unlocking TT? You know, like, they're both characters that you unlock, but we kind of just got rid of those. It's basically whatever you find on the TT menu screen when you talk to TT. And then that and the last trophy race in Future Funland. Did you get my link?
Yep, I got it.
Okay.
Booting it up right now.
So, also with TT, what makes him bad again? Doesn't he, like, control poorly, but he has, like, the fastest top speed?
TT?
Yeah.
TT actually controls really good. He's not like slippery like Tip Top or anything. He's just pretty ordinary. If you want to talk about bad controlling, you can watch someone play with Crunch. It's the worst.
When I was a kid, I actually always had to use Crunch to beat the Walrus the second time around.
Yeah, he's really, really quick, but yeah.
So what's the scene like for this game? Are there a lot of active runners?
There are a few. Me and Oxwas plays sometimes. Sea Fox does a little bit. We've done actually a few races the past week that had 7 people in it.
We had that big 100% a week or two ago. That had like 9.
Yeah, 7, 8, or 9 or something like that. It has me, Fash, Stacy Needham plays salt cured fish, I think is his name.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow X Chief. Skeleton Bill is also another one who plays. And those are the ones I can remember. Malkira King also plays.
Do you guys have regular races of any kind?
We don't, but I think it'd be cool to have one.
Are there any particular nights that you guys are tend to do it? Like what's I don't know.
Usually on the weekends, I think.
Yeah, we've done some on the weekends.
They're really fun, and it's not like... Usually what we do is 100% just because there's no route, really. There's like little things like when you should get a key or when you should do a boss. Or not a boss, mini game.
Sure, but in general, it seems like a more accessible goal for people.
Yeah, like someone new wanted to come in, it's like, all you have to do is beat the game.
Right.
I think
yeah, here's where the...
broke. Where's
My
the
run?
rest of it? There's nothing happening.
They
This
look
pig
the same.
flying off to the planet in the distance.
Okay, there we go.
It's like the
He's
worst
gone.
before and after I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, it takes a little bit.
All right, let's see.
So yeah,
these
what you're gonna
credits.
see is all these colors are gonna be messed up on all these characters.
I'm looking forward to
Noticeably,
this.
I think Diddy is blue. I think, but you can see they're like darker and kind of all messed up.
That's an awful conga.
Banjo still looks the same, though, for whatever reason.
Yeah, because I couldn't make him any worse. Come on, Blue Diddy, where are you at? I like that it's
Raven?
2-player credits, though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it is.
Because I don't want to have to look at your credit screen.
Right.
I want to look at
I
my
look at my own. Yeah.
Yeah, filthy screen watcher.
Yeah, you can see those colors are already messed up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, like, some
Then
of the
here
colors
comes
on the top
Diddy.
and bottom are different.
The walrus is darker.
Diddy.
Diddy's coming.
Oh, that would happen.
You better not be
I
lying
hope-
to me.
Yeah, doesn't Diddy show up like towards the end of the credits? He like
Yeah.
the last one.
Yeah, there he is.
Extremely red dragon.
He just flies by there for a second.
Oh,
He's all
wow.
blue.
Diddy, what happened?
Wow.
Yeah.
Diddy became like Donkey Kong Country 2
Yeah.
colors.
He's one with the plane. He merged with it.
Wow, that's
That is
unfortunate.
amazing.
So I guess the shading messed up or something and everything.
Yeah, he looks like a penguin.
I've never actually seen this before.
Yeah, it's pretty silly.
Nice. So, if anyone wants to actually learn this game, you kind of alluded before that they just gotta,
You
watch
just
the
have
runs and
to-
practice a bunch. Do you have anything
Yeah, I
else?
play the game a lot, and when I first started the game, I did a bunch of time trials just to kind of figure out the banana routes and things like that. And you can watch time trial videos on mine or Saltier account, and they have a few. You can also just watch my run to see kind of what I do in that. But
That shameless promotion. To anybody who's interested in this game, watch my run.
well, it's a really hard game to teach too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like it's very
Okay.
tough.
trying to learn it. It was just kind of look up some videos, do time trials.
Yeah.
Are there different difficulty levels?
No.
No, but there is an Adventure 2, which I have not done yet. I might want to do that, but it's very silly because all the tracks are mirrored and all the locations of the coins are 10 times harder. So
Yeah,
it's
I
pretty
think it's
crazy.
actually harder to switch to Adventure 2 once you've been doing this for so long. I had the habit of just seeing like a landmark and knowing, okay, I'm supposed to turn left, and
Yeah.
I'm in
Oh,
the
yeah.
wall.
That
Definitely.
mirrored thing, that must really throw you off once you've got the thing, like, memorized,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very
internalized.
that and adding in that there's new locations of the coins just throws you off a lot.
Ox
But
is
I might
on
try it
Adventure
in the
2,
future.
right?
Ox does
Yeah,
them. He does
Ox
them
has done
well.
Adventure 2, 100%, and
Okay.
he does them pretty well too.
Take that,
They're probably
Paul.
out of date by now, but for the time they were very good.
Should we
Uh,
show the Oh, go
Do
ahead.
y'all have like an IRC channel or something? So if a new
Yeah.
player wanted to come and chat, or
If you want
ask
to come
some
and chat, you
questions.
can go into #DKR on Speedruns Live.
There you go, hash
Hash
DKR.
DKR.
We talk about anything related to that, and go there if you have any questions about it, and there's usually someone in there who will talk to you.
You can all just watch Toes run together.
So I got kind of a general question. Like you're going around like several laps per map here, but like, are you doing basically the same thing on each lap, or does your route change a little bit each time? Like, is there some sort of, minor differences?
Well, the first lap is the goal in the first lap is kind of to gain as many bananas as you can, so that on the next laps you have the speed from those bananas.
Okay,
Because if you started collecting them on the last lap, then it's kind of silly.
right. It wouldn't be worth it. Okay, so your first lap is sort of special because you're sort of, trying
Yeah.
to pick up, and then other
That's-
laps, I guess you're just cleaning up stuff that you missed for the most
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, coins are a little different. Usually what I do is I just get the coins as fast as possible at the start, so that later on
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about them. But
Yeah, I do some of that too. But when you get faster, you kind of want to get the bananas first, and then worry about all the coins, because then you do have that little bit more of speed.
I
Again,
see.
having never played the game, what are the coins for?
Okay, well, the coins. Well, in the run, you have to do 4 races in each world, and then you beat the boss for the first time, and then the boss, in their terrible voice acting, says to beat these 4 coin challenges, and basically you have to collect the 8 coins, I think it is,
I think it's
and and then also get first place. And some of the coin positions are in some crappy positions, so for like casual players, it's actually pretty hard to do, but it's also pretty annoying in speedrunning. But
They like to put a lot of coins like right next to a pond, so you have to hit the coin and drive it
yeah,
to the pond.
or like right next to a wall you're about to run into.
Oh, sure, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, getting those coins, you have to do those 4 races, get the coins, and then you fight pretty much a different version of the boss.
It's the same boss,
it's a little
just
bit faster.
well, it's a little bit faster. Sometimes they add a few more obstacles, or they actually like take away boosts that used to be there.
Yeah,
But for the most part, they're the same.
yeah, and they're also a little bit faster. All right. Let's see. Have we showed the end of the race cutscene skip things yet? If you go to the beginning of my 80%, it'll show that.
The
I
beginning.
think we talked about it. I don't know if you really.
Yeah, we talked about it. I
Yeah,
don't know
some
if
of
we
the
showed-
races have shown it. I don't think we've shown a specific clip with that.
Yeah, I think this race has it.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah,
Alright, I think I found the same one again.
that's good. I'll stay on this one. This is my favorite course, actually, because it's the most
Yeah,
fast paced.
It still blows my mind whenever I see you do it. I like finish like, yeah, I got a PB. Like, what was your time? Oh, just 10 seconds faster. God damn.
I like that boost that's in the dinosaur mouth.
Yeah, it just works like right into a nice drift.
Actually, this might be the trophy race, so I might not do it here. But we'll see.
Yeah, obviously you don't want to do that.
Yeah, I got it there.
Nice.
So it shows that you got first place, and so you just go back to the overworld, and it saves a few seconds.
Okay, so you can actually tell if you got it and not accidentally like mess up.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's nice.
thankfully.
'Cause it's
If you messed it
semi-paused
up,
over
you'd
there.
have to do the whole race again.
But the nice thing is, if you accidentally press restart after you finish the race, it still thinks that you finished the race and you got the balloon, so you can just exit again. Which is nice, so then you don't have to do the race all over again.
Yeah. All right, there's a really intriguing clip here at the very bottom of the
Oh, yes.
info.
So,
I'm gonna go ahead and play this.
Yeah, I'll explain it as it goes
Yeah, you're
on.
gonna have to explain it. I don't get it.
So basically, you do the two-player Ron Warp that you did that we showed before, and once you get 2 players in there, you get the trophy race text and you leave at the same time, so that you store the text box, and then you leave to you quit game to the menu, and so now you have this messed up text box that you've stored,
Oh god.
and now you
Oh,
now you go to the tracks menu, and you go into Ancient Lake, and then you leave, and then you get a really awesome glitch that I'm probably going to show at GQ.
Oh no.
What?
What? Spoilers.
Spoiler alert. Oh my god.
What Adventure Island? What?
That is
What a
so
great
good.
Ron Warp.
But yeah, I hope I can show that at SGDQ when I go there.
That is so good.
And there's a bunch of other stuff you can do with the text storage. If you go into certain tracks, it'll either crash your game or it'll display a bunch of random text that doesn't make any sense at all. But this is the only one that makes a little bit of sense.
Oh my god. That's spectacular.
That's amazing.
Wow. So on that note, do you have anything, any closing thoughts here? Anything else that we didn't cover?
I think covered a lot of it, most of it.
Yeah.
Anyone in the chat have any questions that they want to throw out there? Now would be the last opportunity.
There are actually a few more out of bounds with the plane that you can do, but that requires
Yeah.
a bunch of other stuff that's pretty crazy.
That doesn't surprise me even a little bit.
Yeah.
More out of bounds that you can do.
Oh, wow. You guys have completely mapped out the text box glitch for every course.
Yeah, that's Fash's work.
Wow.
Fash has done more than I ever would think about. Then he's a pretty awesome guy, so if you're not following him, you should.
GG. Alright. I guess with that then, we can move on to records.
I think so.
Yeah?
Alright.
Alright, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
Oh, 8 pages, huh? It's not
Yeah,
bad.
we got
It's not
8
bad.
pages of records this week. It's a lot more than I expected.
I remember back when that was just a ridiculous amount. We couldn't even think about it.
Yeah, I remember that after that post-AGDQ week where we had like 17 pages or something ridiculous.
And 10 plus became the
amazing
standard, yeah.
episode.
Yeah. Alright. Well, here it
What?
is. So, I guess I'll kick us off here then.
Split.
Where's my mouse?
Lose time.
It just whatever. All right, so
That's for a
Zaspat is
flip
back at it again with Afro Samurai. We saw this like last week or 2 weeks
I
ago.
think so, yeah.
This is a game that looks like it's a Kill Bill movie. So he's got an any percent new game plus in 2:31:49. The only note he's got here is your move, laser long. I think that speaks for itself. No further explanation necessary there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Already getting hyped for Zoo Race.
Yeah,
That's the end of the alphabet. I would save some of that hype.
spoiler alert. All right, who wants to take next one? Not it.
Not it.
I
Not
can
it.
try.
Go for it.
I've seen this game before. I played it, and it terrified the hell out of me.
Sounds pretty accurate, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some of these runs. basically this game is very broken, and there's a lot of really cool out of bounds tricks that I've seen that basically takes the scary out of the game. There's a lot of like jumping multiple times and going out of bounds and ending up walking like on top of like rooms and stuff.
Yeah, this game is pretty great.
Yeah, just to reiterate, this is Amnesia: The Dark Descent in 2758 by Mr. Weebles, who was actually on the show, right? A few weeks back during our Amnesia episode.
Was it a
Showing
few
Adam
weeks back?
AK, who's the boss?
That's right.
Yeah. So if you want to go, there's a whole bunch of notes here. Feel free to read some of this. I mean, take as much of it as you want.
Take all of it, even.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's... You got it.
No. No.
Where is it? I don't see the...
Oh, the link to the record stock here.
Yeah.
There you go.
Alright, that might help.
It's a pretty dark game. It's sort of hard to see what's going on. And
Yeah, especially
Yeah,
when
I'm
you're out of
noticing
bounds and all
that.
you see is blackness.
yeah,
anyways.
exactly. Like I can't
Yeah,
tell when he's
yeah,
like
that
out of
doesn't
bounds when
help.
he's just facing a
Yeah,
wall.
I'm so used to Adam AK's walkthroughs where he purposely gets the lantern for his, for the sake of his chat, but this is his true speed run, so no lanterns here.
Uh-huh.
Or will he pause for 40 seconds to explain the setup for what he's going to be doing? Yeah. He's out of bounds right now, by the way. Just for clarification.
You can just assume that he's out of bounds at any given time.
Yeah, even if he looks like he's in bounds, he's actually out.
It sounds like there's been a couple new tricks found in the past week, so I think this time can be brought down a little bit more.
Okay. It's a good summary.
Yeah, it sounds pretty accurate. We could probably use that summary for most things.
Things you can go, like a single segment could be low 27. So
What was the time on this
that's
run?
another 50 seconds. It was a 27:58.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, it's getting considerably shorter.
Guess it all
There's so
comes
many
down to
tricks.
how quickly you can actually get out of bounds. Some years because I can just sit there and wiggling into a wall.
Yeah.
I've seen some runs where like he walks at the wall and goes right through immediately. And then other times where he loses like a minute just kind of sitting there wiggling, hoping to go.
Yeah, it's a pretty spectacular game. So if you've played this casually, you should watch a speedrun of it, because you're going to laugh your ass off.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright.
Cool.
So moving on.
Well done.
I'm sure one of our two guests is bound to know about these next two. Yes?
Yeah.
Rhymes with Schmanzo Kazooie.
Nice.
So,
Don't want to
Nice.
give away what's coming up next. Though.
Right, yeah. That was a good dodge. That was close. We almost spoiled it.
alright, yeah, I can give these a shot. I actually didn't know that Stivity broke his any percent record this week.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I knew he broke the 100%.
I didn't even
Yeah.
know there was an any percent record.
There is.
Yeah, it's
It used to be
It's- yeah.
not really a category because I think you skipped only 7 jiggies,
yeah.
Yeah.
which is only like not very much. But with recent stuff like getting through note doors early, I think most of it is just collecting less jiggies along the way and then getting to the end and skipping the last grunty door,
Mhm.
which I think skips around, I want to say 30 jiggies. I'm not sure.
I think it might be 30.
Yeah, there's a test only any percent just because you do stuff with the B, and that
Yeah.
lets you skip a lot more, but it's just too hard for a console.
So this isn't RBA yet, right?
No, I'm not sure if that will ever really come
No.
up to.
Yeah,
Console.
they want to do that, but I don't think it'll happen.
You have to
never
do
know.
like a really, really precise trick at like an hour or so into the run.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Takes
Pretty
like hundreds
great.
of attempts to do with an emulator.
I think
do
there
it.
was a PAL skip that was found. That
Yeah,
works like
there
every
was,
time, but then you
Yeah,
have to run PAL, so.
I saw that. I think Xcord found that.
Maybe.
I definitely saw the video from Xcord. I don't know if he found it.
Okay.
But yeah, Stivity breaking that time again. I think he was the only one that did it. I guess he tried to do it again. I'm not sure how much he broke his PB by.
Yeah, I'm not sure. The 100%. I think the last time it was on here, he had a spectacular run and then just got destroyed by the Grunty's Furnace Fun. He missed like 9 questions or something.
He had a very good run. There were like some small mistakes in certain levels. I think I remember his Rescue Bucket Bay being extremely good. And then he just had like, it wasn't a perfect furnace, or what is it? Furnace Fun.
Grunty's Furnace Fun, I think.
Yeah.
So much fun.
So much
It
fun.
wasn't perfect, but it was much better, and that's kind of what brought him back underneath. I think he had a bad Click Clock Woods. And because he had a very good Grunty fight too.
Yeah, that last run that he had was just so heartbreaking. He was ahead by so much, and then Grunty's Furnace Fun killed like 40 seconds of it. So it's nice to see that he finally got revenge.
Yeah,
I think he's going for sub 222. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's really dedicated. He's really dedicated to optimizing this game, and it's pretty awesome.
Man, that's crazy. Well, good luck to him. Looking forward to seeing more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. We had a clip last week for this, and it made me laugh a lot because this game's pretty great. So, Ion Gravire. Sure.
That's pretty good.
He got a 117.03 in the any percent category. Really silly game. Pretty fun to watch. So, congrats to Ion G.
His comment is, "Run was pretty good until I choked on balls at the end."
Yeah, it happens, man.
It happens, I understand. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
And he says he'll get a 1 hour, 15 minutes eventually, so there's still a little bit of room for improvement on this, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw this on another future episode.
yeah, you may indeed see another clip of this great game.
Yeah, congrats to Ion Gravy Ray.
All right. Next one we got on the list here is Bionic Commando, the 2009 Bionic Commando, not to be confused with the other games of the similar name. PC version, any percent normal in 117.54 by Murphigator. Does Murphigator always have an exclamation mark afterwards, or was that just...
Yes.
I don't. It
Always.
does? I thought it was just all caps. Okay.
I thought it was all
sorry.
caps too, but we're really excited, so.
It's just somehow, emphasized version of the word Murphigator is the idea, whether it's exclamation mark or caps.
Yeah.
Oh,
But anyway.
well, Murph said that no, the exclamation mark isn't there.
No.
Well, shut
okay.
up, Murph.
Oh, yes, it's all caps
Oh,
and exclamation mark.
Oh,
That's
okay.
both. Okay, I see. All right, so
Jeez.
well, it's good to know. Type setting's important.
Yeah.
So he says,
Go
"Oh,
on.
no,
Yep.
you can go ahead and read it."
Oh,
All
sure,
right.
I'll take it. He says, finally got a deathless run, got all the possible fight skips, and generally kept good swing momentum throughout the run. Several falls and a couple poor fight means there's still a couple minutes to cut. This game is particularly frustrating. Like when I first got a 360, I think this was the first 360 game that I bought. And I was like, oh man, Bionic Commando is a cool game. So Bionic Commando in 3D's got to be even cooler. And
yeah.
it's got
Not really.
It's got cool grapple physics and all that, but you can't explore anywhere because radiation or something.
Yeah,
So-
it's like radiation kills you or something.
Yeah. It's like the first map is a big city, and, you go swinging around to explore, and you get in the middle of, like, this really triumphant swing, and then you die halfway through. Because the radiation warning came up halfway through, and you had too much momentum to turn around. So, yeah, like, trying to explore was just fatal everywhere. And, it ruined the entire game for me. But it is a cool game. I just hate playing it. It's really fun to watch when you know.
It looks like you can jump though, so it's not a true Bionic Commando. Like the
Right.
only thing that shares similarity, it looks like you have the grappling hook, but still looks pretty good for a standalone game.
Yeah, I think even that jump, like to move quickly in this game, he jumps and then grapples like at the floor in front of him, and does like these cool short grapples to move quicker. It really is a fun watch. I enjoy it a lot, even though I hate the game.
It's one of those games where you wish they would just be able to make ROM hacks of it. Take a good engine and make a better game out of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe someday. All right.
All right, so
Gosh, another familiar site on the list. We have Blast Core. Actually, it's been a while since we've had a Blast Core run, hasn't it? Right?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Somebody beat Peaches, and then I think he beat it back. Was that all within 1 week? Did we
Was that
have this
really
on
the
last
case?
week?
I think so.
Yeah, yeah, someone beat Peaches,
Right.
and because we're loyal to him, we didn't cover it on the show.
Right. We kept it under wrap. Well, we
Yeah.
got paid off, and we got to make money somehow.
Right? Yeah.
Pay for our drugs.
Yep. That's
Oh,
it.
he said he didn't get beat.
What?
Oh, no.
Just
You
did it for the heck of
liar.
it.
Okay, so we were lying. We're sorry.
We got paid to
Yeah.
lie. That's what it was.
So we didn't cover it up. He didn't get beat. We
Maybe
knew
this
our
is
boy
the
Pete.
cover-up. All right. Well, anyway, so I guess he improved his own record, whether you choose to believe that or not. And he has any percent run in 26:49, which is, I can't even remember what the last one was, but it still amazes me that he continues to beat his time at this game.
Yeah.
I mean, just considering how many hours he's put into it.
Yeah, he's been running it for years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At
I
least
love the
1,000.
comment on this run.
Also, this run you should watch on his Twitch. Even if he posted on YouTube, you should watch on his Twitch because he got this run immediately after a runner guy raid. So he had like a flashing Frankers in the corner, and
Yeah, that's amazing.
it gave him superpowers to do this. It was like the very next run he got this one.
I need to catch him playing this because watching that truck just fly everywhere on its side, that was amazing.
Yeah, I'd like to see the chat response to that in a typical Peaches stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game is really awesome.
I'm not sure if he goes to the moon or Mars or wherever it is in the 80%, but his 100% runs are always fun to watch because he just like flies around. It's Bulldozer spaceship. It's a pretty
The
excellent.
best kind of spaceship.
Yeah. So, good stuff, Peaches. This is kind of out of nowhere. I was not expecting a Blast Score stream from him. But
Did it only? I think it only took one stream to beat it, or what?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, cool. Congratulations to Peaches. So up next, I guess we have Bleed. This is, I think, the first time I've seen this on the show.
I believe it is, yes.
On PC by KOH. That is the 100% Wern normal story category, and that's in 17 minutes and 9.95 seconds. That extra 9.5.
So not 17:10, guys.
No,
Yeah.
Faster than that.
absolutely not.
Huh,
Right.
interesting game.
This game looks pretty neat.
It looks
this is
neat,
the
though.
part of the show where
Yeah.
we speculate how a game plays based on a 2-minute
Exactly.
clip.
Well, the levels look like Sultan. The walls sort of look like Sultan, doesn't it? Except zoomed out a bit at this point.
Yeah.
That
But
means
it's
it's
got,
got
like,
razor
some-
thin.
House of Dead ninjas going on with your dude, though. Except you're shooting stuff.
That's
So
a
maybe this
great
is-
reference. I was trying to think of that game. Yeah, you totally got it.
Just the pace of it and the way you're sort of flying through it so fast. But
Yeah. Yeah, this game looks really good.
So KOH has a small comment here. Just says it's such a bad run. So apparently he's a good runner.
Oh, never mind. This sucks.
I hate random boss patterns. There are quick kills for some bosses, but taking damage and changing weapon sets isn't really worth staying safe and keeping S style for white. White is apparently the thing that shoots different colors. Huh. I don't get it, but it's here. My guess, at best possible time with this run strats would be around 16:30, so that's about 40 seconds faster than his current run here.
man,
And that's it. So congratulations to KOH. Looks pretty interesting. I have to check out Bleed.
Yeah, neat
I like
game.
this style of games where you're like using the mouse to aim, in any direction, and then you use, your other hand to jump and move. It's pretty
Yeah.
neat.
Oh, can I get these next two?
Go for it.
Sure.
Okay, because these are the two runs I'm excited about the most. But recently Kirkyu took back the Bomberman Hero road record from Nes Kamikaze, and Kirkyu got a 50-10 in the 80% route. Let me look. Where's the note? It says Jerk Q. Kirkyu had 5201, then Ness got the 5118, and now this. I think it was Kirk Q that said that sub 50 is possible, but it's going to be ridiculously hard at this point.
Yep,
These
Kirk
look-
Q
these-
confirmed for Sandbagger.
Indeed.
A few more people have actually started to run this. It's actually a pretty cool game once you get the hang of it.
The runs themselves look. This run looked pretty tight. Like I didn't see a lot of what looked to me like execution mistakes. I didn't really see anything like that. But I don't really know the game so well. But man, it's just like, given that it's been going back and forth so much, it's surprised that the time actually went down by a minute or so in the last week.
This
Like 2 minutes or
Well,
so.
2 minutes. Yeah.
yeah. With this, like I feel that this is probably going to get. It's kind of on the same lines as like what Funk Doc and Dexter did with Batman, like going back and forth as much as they did, which I'm hoping happens because I love this game.
Yeah, this is always a good game to watch. Bomberman with jumping.
And then the constant spamming of "I did it" in the chat, or at least at Nessa's stream, we all just spam it, and some people get really annoyed with it.
Can't imagine why.
Yeah, really.
Nah.
Why would they get annoyed spamming silly things?
Nessa's saying 49:30 or so is doable, so we might see some more improvements by
That's what I'm
either of the
hoping
two
for.
there.
Don't
we're
let me
pretty
down,
close.
Ness. Okay, so why not? Speaking of games that start with B, this is
There's
the other
no
one.
other connection between them
Bucky
whatsoever.
O'Hare.
None whatsoever. But Bucky O'Hare in 2633 by Cypher. I haven't seen the whole run of this, but it's, from what I've seen, it's amazing. And his note is, this was attempt number 69, and I got this on 420.
There you
Yeah,
go.
so good luck topping it.
Pretty
Think
much,
so.
I don't think it can get better than this one. Well, maybe a few less deaths. I'm guessing it was 9.
I don't know. I have no idea how many times he died in this run. I know
Yeah,
it's
so
a
on
brutally hard game though.
yeah, because on he plays it on hard mode here, and on hard mode, your health bar just doesn't matter. It's one hit kill everywhere.
Yeah.
So, and it's just
Isn't
a
that
really
the-
fast-paced, execution-heavy game. You know, it's right up Cypher's alley, but you know, it's incredibly hard on hard mode, and it's just you're gonna be dying everywhere.
But that's honestly the only way you can play this game.
Yeah, I was watching Mecha Richter play this, and he showed how hard it was. I guess I'll say it that way. It's a pretty.
yeah,
cool
he
game
wants to
watch,
run
though.
it too, doesn't he?
Yeah,
I thought
like
he was playing
plays
on it.
through it once in a while. I don't know if he wants to actually run it like Cypher is.
But it's just one of those games that took I think wasn't Bucky O'Hare an American cartoon that was in the 90s or something?
Probably.
Yeah, it was.
And it-
Yeah, I think
you know,
so.
They handed it off to what seemed, the people who own the rights probably handed it off to what seemed just like a random game developer, but it was Konami, and they made it into like a badass game, fast-paced action and
Yeah.
really hard. So it's pretty awesome to watch this and play this game.
Yeah, it's good stuff. All right. So,
All right.
next up we've got Celestial Mechanica by Sog King. You got a 12, 10, and 8%. This game looks pretty neat. I'm a sucker for anything that looks like it could have been produced on the NES, so I mean, doesn't really take much to impress me, but
Right.
this game looks like a lot of fun.
Ooh, it's pixelated. I love it.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's like the
So-
Cave Story style.
Yeah. Also, the character, that yellow robot, like the way his head looks, kind of reminds me of Invader Zim.
Yeah, a little bit. So I guess this game has some kind of like a hovering mechanic. Other than that, more standard platform, but a little bit open-ended. Looks like you're kind of backtracking. I've never played it, so I'm just analyzing.
Just
it.
guessing.
But
Yeah, it's
fun
the
to,
speculation time.
I'm expecting he's going to flip around and be running on the ceiling at some point.
Deaths 13. What? Well, looks like we're going to be seeing this at some point in the near future again.
Pretty
And
much.
so this was done by Sog3 King. And Sog has to say that Celestial Mechanica is free to download with some pretty nice music. It's a wannabe Metroidvania. For speedrunning, it uses mostly death abuse, which you see throughout the entire run, mostly in the water shrine. There are also some tech skips, and a skip I discovered allowing you to run through the cannon corridor without using barrier. So looks like there's some cool speedrunning tricks to this game, or what looks like already kind of an appealing game to the old school like platforming crowd. So I might have to check that one out as well.
Yeah.
Well, that explains
Cool.
the death count, I guess.
Yeah, that does explain the death count.
Mm-hmm.
So congrats to SOG 3 King.
All right.
Yep.
So up next, we got
Oh,
Cheeky Cheeky Boys by John UK89. He got a 22-22, 90%.
I need to know what this is.
I think I've played this game, but it's on Genesis, so I can't be sure. I think this is the game that Zach SK made me play at one of the AGDQs. And if it was a lot of fun. I'm going to load up the video and see.
Yes, because I really need to see what this is with a title like that.
Yep, I've played this game. This is a pretty cool game.
this boy looks quite cheeky.
I see what you did there.
Honestly don't remember anything about this game,
I
except
like
that
these-
I've played it.
These boss fights are great. You're just like spazzing out with the sword, and the bosses apparently have so many hit points. You're just like sitting there forever, whacking away at them. Looks kind of
Oh,
silly.
Wispy Woods. I already like it.
Oh wait, isn't this has another name according to the chat? It's called Mega Twins. I think that's what I recognize it under.
Why would you call it anything besides Cheeky Cheeky
Yeah.
Boys?
What? Cheeky Cheeky Boys. That would sell so many copies in States.
Exactly.
Yeah.
'Cause we all wanted to see what the video looked like just because of the funny name.
Is it bad that I actually beat this game and I don't remember anything about
You
it?
don't remember anything about it, huh?
Well, it's a Genesis game. Of course, you're going to wipe it from your memory.
But I at least devoted some amount of effort to doing it. I just
Yeah, you had to unprop up your coffee table for
Right,
the amount
I
of
know.
time you played this game, so it must have been worth it.
I had to learn how to eat my dinner on a surface that was flat and not slightly crooked. Wait, nope, I remember this boss fight. I remember this.
Oh, so this is just the Japanese. Cheeky Cheeky Boys is the Japanese name.
I disagree.
It should be vice versa.
Yeah,
It should be Wonder Twins in Japan.
should be. Yeah, these bosses.
Wait, I recognize this boss too.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool game. I enjoyed playing through
Rock
this.
version of block fighting.
Yeah. Well, cool. Nice job, John UK. Thank you for reminding me of this game because I forgot I
Wow.
played it.
PJ approval. I didn't expect that on a new
PJ?
game like this on the episode.
It was an accident, I swear.
Oh, okay.
PJ likes Genesis games. Let the record show.
Whoa! I will cut the stream right now. I will turn this car around.
PJ,
Just mess-
please.
easy. We're messing with you, man.
Speaking of, we're messing with you, man. C Fox, you still here?
Yeah.
All right, it's your turn.
All right. So we got this game, Donkey Kong 64. 90% done by me in 45:11. This was a really, really good run.
God Run.
Yeah, I pretty much had the best start I've ever had before, and it was in a run that kept going.
Oh, I love this game.
Yeah, basically,
Walk through
I
wall
had a
64.
very solid start. I didn't make really any mistakes. There were like little things, but most of it, like the improvement, could be done by tricks that I omitted. So,
dang.
I think, yeah, this was really good.
Two
Like,
jumps through there.
Jumped, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm through. Wow.
Wow.
Wait, so quick question. Do you use that angle skew glitch in this run or no?
No, not 90%. It's not really useful.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
Angle skew is way too good.
There's lots of moon kicks and orange clips, though.
It's the run. This run still made me happy. I'm gonna watch it again after the show.
Yeah, and then I also had the best, like, on top of everything just going perfect, having the best start and the best Helm and K-Rool fight I've ever had. I also got extremely lucky on Mad Jack,
Oh, nice.
and that just, like, sealed the deal. I knew as
Wasn't
soon as I
it-
got that Mad Jack.
Wasn't like the perfect luck you can get.
It was pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, I had 2 switches spawn underneath me.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
That is
god.
amazing.
It was so good.
So this is basically the same exact any percent route. You just crush it.
Yeah. I think Ring Rush had a run actually the other day that was ahead of this, but he lost to the Mad Jack.
Wow.
Scumbag Mad Jack.
Yeah, like this run can definitely be improved. There are a couple of tricks I didn't do, and the beginning can actually be better, even though it was like the best I've ever had. It was just a very, very solid run. I was really happy with it.
I'm looking forward to the future of this game, that's for sure.
I don't know if I'm going to try to beat this time. It's so good. I'd have to include a bunch of tricks that I left out for a reason because they really suck.
In before wrong warp.
Yeah.
Cool.
Congrats, C-Fox.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's mad good. All right, we don't have our resident GTA guy here, so I don't know what to do.
I'm learning Vice City if that helps.
There you go.
There you go. That makes you very qualified.
Yep.
Okay, so this, honestly, looking at it, I find it very unexpected since most GTA players hate 4. But Possessed Warrior here took Grand Theft Auto: The Ballad of Gay Tony, which is an add-on to Grand Theft Auto 4, completed it in 2 hours, 43 minutes, and 25 seconds. Your note says, after holding Grand Theft Auto Vice City record for all of 12 hours, I decided to pick up this game as a change of pace. I heard lots of people complain about the physics, driving mechanics, and taxi system in the GTA 4 games. But after my casual playthrough, I had no qualms. After around 2 weeks of practice, I did my first full run and came within 3 minutes of the old record. This time was set in my second full run of the game. That's impressive. Needless to say, there will be much improvement over this time in the coming weeks. Thank you to Fullrens for the route notes as well as Stalkin, the rest of the GTA community, and everyone else who supports me in my efforts. I salute you because I can't stand Grand Theft Auto 4.
Just for being able to stand it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Hats off to you.
That's all it takes.
All right.
All right, who wants to take the who wants to take these next two?
The Half-Life block.
Yeah.
Well, I would be happy to read these out.
All right, let's hear it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We have 2 runs of Half-Life 2 by 2 different people. So I actually don't know the difference. We have an any percent old engine and an any percent new engine run. What's actually the difference between old engine and new engine, if anyone?
I have no idea. I'm really impressed, though, that S did they run on old engine, because he's usually the one that prefers scripts and all those things.
Physics and tricks says.
I guess it's just like tweaks and stuff between the 2 engines.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the source engine uses physics that aren't present in the original.
Okay, that makes sense.
Is that an official update, or is that just like...
Well, I think it's like source, like when they released the game open source and then like
someone else did something?
Yeah, or like modernized it to run on, current generation PCs or something.
I see.
Physics must change in some small way that, changes the tricks that you're able to do. All right. Well, anyway. So the point is, S has done a run in 2:16:54, and what he has to say about it, he says, this was a pretty good run. Actually, you can start playing the other Half-Life 2 clip. We can just watch, play that while we run this. This was a pretty good run up until Anti-Citizen 1. The Alex died because of RNG, but it didn't lose me much time. It also stopped the in-game timer, which stops counting properly when you're forced to load an autosave. So no in-game time for you guys yet. Subtracted another 10 minutes, I guess, and that should give you an accurate number. I accidentally jumped into a pit in the Citadel, which cost me another 30 seconds. Some other average mistakes cost me some time, but hey, that happens. The only real problem with this run is at the very end. The game likes to throw a ridiculous trick at you at the last minute, and I kept failing it. died about 9 times and lost 3 minutes. Kind of sad, but at least I know my PB will be easily improvable. Poor S. I feel bad for him. But,
Wait, that's consolation for him?
that's consolation. Like,
I'm sad,
least it'll
but at least my run's easily beatable.
I wonder what that trick is that he's talking about that got him 9 times.
Yeah, 9 times. Like, to lose
Yeah.
3 minutes at the end of it in 2-hour run that sucks.
I don't know,
But-
considering what I've seen from the other videos he sent us, where he just like zooms across the whole map, I can only imagine what that trick would be.
Yeah.
It like basically hit the brakes and just splat into a wall and die.
Yeah. So that was the old engine run, and then the new engine run is in 2:29, so it looks like it's about 13 minutes slower than that. By Tomsk45 or Tom SK45, one of those. He said, I only started running this game 2 weeks ago, and I've already beaten the old world record by over 5 minutes. Lots of to S and Space Dad for helping me. But yeah, 2 weeks and beating the old run by 5 minutes is
That
It's
is
crazy.
impressive.
yeah, it makes you wonder what the old run was like. Just outdated, I guess.
Yeah.
Could be.
Or he's just a whiz at it. So either
Just a
way,
beast.
expect to see more runs in the future.
All right, I got to plug sourceruns.org. I posted the link in chat. Actually, like the main website's not up yet, but the forums are pretty active. That's where S and a lot of the other Half-Life runners go and collaborate on running all the Half-Life source games.
Oh, cool.
So check that out if you're interested and want to kind of keep up with some of the runs of the games in that series. Pretty good runners in there.
Mad good. All right. So up next we've got Hotline Miami. I'm a big fan of this game. Duke Bilgewater improved the Any Percent New Game Plus category. He's got a 2746 now. Hotline Miami is, we mention this almost every week. It's a really cool game, really fast paced.
Yeah, it sort of reminds me of Doom, but like with a camera looking down at you from above, basically.
That's an interesting way to look at it.
So it's top down.
It's like top-down
You.
Doom.
Yeah.
That's
It's like Die Hard except good.
Die Hard is good. What are you
It's
talking
good in a
about?
different way, though. You can't say Die Hard's not good.
Yeah, I think you die in one hit in this game. I don't know if that's for the entire game or just with the character they use. I've never played it, but yeah, the enemies, like, if you're off with a shot or you anticipate them incorrectly, you're just dead. It's a really cool game to watch, though. I know Exo streams this a whole lot, too. I always watch it whenever I can. So,
And
Nice
it's
job,
tough to
Duke.
beat in
Congrats.
the same fight as EXO at something, so you got to
Oh,
be
man.
worried about your records when EXO also plays one of your games.
I keep forgetting to read these comments. Alright, well, here we are. I managed to get sub 28 run, but the run is improvable. If you've never seen a run of this game, all you need to know is that Tony's the fastest mask because he kills everything in one hit with his fists and is able to execute enemies with one hit. And that getting the AI to cooperate with you is one of the toughest things in the run. I neglected to explain that in my last mission, so shoutouts to Flicky for explaining some things like AI behavior. Going for the sub 2730. So we actually weren't too far off. I'm impressed. Yeah, it's a really cool game though. You guys should check him out.
That's what I'm planning on doing. I've never heard of this game till like now. Well, actually, the last
it's really
episode
cool,
was
man.
on.
Yeah, it's a really, really good
It's
game.
a lot of fun to play through, yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Duckfist, you want to say
Sure,
say a bit
sure.
about this?
All right, so I've got Hudson's 2 here. I did this last week in 2736. That's any percent. So I guess there'd be a couple of categories in this game, but any percent means there's some warps you can take. You can warp out of World 1, 3, and 5, but I still end up playing 35 levels. And it's way different from Hudson's 1, which is more like Wonder Boy. This is more of like an original game. And the whole point behind the run is you have to get these dinosaurs and you move like twice as fast on these things. And you can't, if you get hit, you lose it. And there's only so many of them in the game. So if you're out of dinosaurs, just forget playing. I mean, not only that, if you die, like you don't have a tomahawk and you have to go through the stage 3 times as slow and without able to hit anything. So
Sounds
It's-
legit.
it's pretty demanding. So if you finish a run, then you have a good run, pretty much. So this was literally my first finished completion of the game after a couple of weeks of grinding. And one of the really challenging things about running this game was just like remembering what comes up next. Because there's so many parts that are like kind of repetitive. There's so many forest stages that look exactly the same and are super easy, but there's one part where you need to jump. And you're just cruising through. It's like, oh, forest stage. Oh, shit, campfire, dead, restart. It's stupid. So I've come up. I have actually. This is the first platformer game that I've had like notes for while I'm playing the game. Like I have a keyword like, crow above cloud or something. Just to remind myself of what's going on. But,
Yeah.
Do you have
it's
time
really
between
fast.
stages to look at it?
I've got about 5 seconds, maybe.
Yeah.
And then I have to make sure I collect the right egg at the end of the stage because you get a selection of eggs after you beat a stage, and they determine which stage you go to next.
Wow.
And if you pick
And,
the wrong egg, you might as well reset.
You'd have to reset unless you've practiced that stage. I mean, doing that could like skip a warp too, and you have to play the entire world. So I mean, forget about it. But it's this. I grew up with this game, so I like this game. I like this game a lot. It's my favorite of all the Adventure Island games. It's really fun. It's very hard to play through, but it's a really cool game.
For routing it, did you have were there resources already? Was there already existing runs, or did you basically just make up the route?
There are no speed runs of this. I looked everywhere. I looked on Japanese sites. I looked in the community, and I couldn't find any speed runs. There's a task by Baxter in 22 minutes and 30 seconds, and I used that to route the entire game.
Wow.
Okay.
So that's
So
how I
at least-
learned it.
Oh, so at least you have that to like tell you which eggs to get and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
levels.
he
The
did
minimum
all.
set of levels.
Baxter did all the work as to finding the eggs, so I play all the same levels. There's some tricks that I don't do though, that he does. This wasn't that great of a run. I mean, it's pretty good. It shows off what I learned, but I messed up a few times, and I can probably improve it by like a minute and a half at the very most.
Wow.
But I think next time I'll shoot for sub 27. Next time I can complete the game, that is. So actually, I was kind of hoping that I'd get a run and just put it on this show and hope it'd be like the other games that I play where, I get a good run and then suddenly somebody picks it up and beats my time. So I actually want that to happen with this one. So hopefully this inspires somebody to play the game. So I just really want to see a good run of this game.
Right,
Adventure
yeah.
Island 2 is pretty boss.
Yeah, it looks pretty great.
Okay, the gauntlet's been thrown down. Someone get on that. Hudson
Yeah.
Adventure Island 2.
Yep.
You can help break new ground with this game.
Yep. Should be an easy record to beat, relatively speaking, if you can remember the fucking position of the campfires and forests.
So
But
what went wrong in that run? You said if you get hit, you lose the dinosaur, but I'm assuming if you
Yeah,
don't lose the dinosaur, you're going to be cruising through.
yeah, I collect okay, so the first half of the game, if you get hit, it's over because there's pretty much no backup dinosaurs, but you can pick up some backup ones along the way, that aren't really that far out of the way.
Oh,
And so if you get hit close to the end of the stage, you can finish the stage on foot and it's fine, and you can get a dinosaur on the next stage. But there's also these really shitty water stages. All of them look the exact same from the first half of it. So you're playing it. Oh, water stage. Wait, which stage is this? What's going to happen? You move. Okay, in the water on a dinosaur, you move 5 times faster. So if you lose it, I mean, it's horrible. So, and there's 2 water dinosaurs along the route. So if I lose 1 or 2, then you can't play the rest of them. It's it's a pain. So definitely not a marathon game as much as I'd like to play it on one. But it's pretty cool. So check out the run and shout out to Hudson.
awesome.
Hudson?
All right, and a completely unrelated note, we have another record in Star Wars: Jedi Knight: Dark Forces 2 by Y. Salamiri. This is the any percent easy category in 31:14. We've seen this the past few weeks. It is a spectacular game. He says here, after 349 attempts, I was finally able to beat my PB by 40 seconds on 420. Apparently a good day for speedrunning.
I guess
Current
so.
goal is now sub 31. Here are some clips of me going fast. Nope. Yeah, this game, this is a really silly one where you run way faster than you should ever be running because of, I don't know, force run or whatever. And then you blow yourself up and your body flies somewhere over a checkpoint and everything's good. So, I'm a big fan of
Best
watching
kind of
this game. Yeah, I can't claim to understand anything about it, but it's pretty excellent to watch. So, good job, Y. Salamiri. All right, not it for this one. Anybody? Any takers?
I
How about
guess
Tofu?
I'll do it. Oh,
You still here?
Did you just call somebody?
Toe?
What game?
Jet Set Radio Future.
if you don't do it, I'll do it.
I don't know much about anything about this game. Hold on.
Like I said, I can take it, and then you can get the next one.
Go for
All
it.
All right.
Yeah,
All
we
right,
should
we'll
do
do
that.
that. Giving them
Okay,
out.
so only thing is I can't pronounce this runner's name, which I feel so horrible for.
You just make something up. That's what I do.
I think we've been calling him Ruaki.
Ruaki. Okay, we'll go with that. Well, with Jet Ground Radio Future, I don't know what the previous record was, but Ruaki over here has beaten it, and the time currently stands at 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 10 seconds. Notes say, I got this run last week, but because of encoding problems, I didn't submit to TSSB. This is a fairly solid run, still lots of minor mistakes throughout, so time can come down quite easily. I can only imagine knowing this game. The main reason for the step down in time is new boss strats and the skip I found that removes the biggest and most RNG police battle in the game. This skip involves boost jumping around the initial trigger, then using the dodgy graffiti tags to get the second to last tag without triggering the fight. I think I know what he's trying to do with that. Otherwise, I got all the quick kills and all the bosses except for the train. So most of the time will come from faster graffiti sections, because everyone who's played this game hates that train.
All right.
That sounds right to me.
Everybody who plays it hates the train. That's a
Or at
bold
least that's
claim.
how I feel.
I hate the train, and I don't even play it.
I play it and I hate that train.
Well, we're all in agreement, pretty much.
I'm in no position to disagree. Well, good stuff, Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, Toe.
Another
Okay.
game. Oh, go for it.
Alright, this game is Cage Chain of Memories for the Game Boy Advance. I don't know if... Does anyone else play this game to give him competition or anything? I don't know what the previous time was, but he beat it in 3 hours and 7 minutes, 26 seconds. He says, getting closer to a run I can submit, and I'm really happy with how much I could optimize this in the past month. I have a tutorial up if anyone wants to get into the game and give me some competition. Oh, well, there you go.
That's nice. That's pretty helpful.
Yeah.
It's for the Game Boy Advanced.
I know there's Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 runners. I don't know if they touched the
Yeah.
handheld titles or what, but
Yeah, I haven't really seen any handheld titles played, but this seems like, or Ghost Wheel seems to have done it. And if he has a tutorial up, then I guess someone who
Well,
wants to
better.
give him competition can.
I feel like we've seen this on the show before at some point, though.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we have. I just don't know if it was a different time or if it was the PS2 version.
and Ghost Wheel says something like, "Oh yeah, we did have a PS2 version, like the final remix or something." Yeah, that's the console port. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, Ghost Wheel is saying like getting closer to a run I could submit. So I'm guessing Ghost Wheel's working on, I guess, an SDA submission for this game.
Yeah,
That's
I think
what I'm
that's what he
thinking.
was talking about.
Cool.
Cool. Hope to see that on the site sometime.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yep.
All right, and up next is Okami HD on the PlayStation 3 by Pills of Death. Man, I'm loving some of these usernames in here today.
Yeah.
Good shit. All right, so it's the new game plus any percent category in 137.19. So Pills of Death says, "Hi guys, my name is Nicholas and I'm from Belgium." We'll just call you Pills of Death though. It's way better than that.
Yeah.
This game is very fun to speedrun, and I hope really much that the community will grow up around this one. The glitches are awesome, but some are really hard to pull off. This is the kind of game that if you fail on something, it can kill your run. You really need to focus on the game and what you're doing because there's no sequence break where you can put down the controller. It's like a big race.
Fantastic.
So at least it's only an hour and 30 minutes, though.
I want to know how you can beat this game that fast.
Then you should watch the run.
Yep,
you go.
I'm going to have
There
to.
you go.
Yeah, I wonder if like the port to the PS, or the port to next gen consoles. I don't know if it was only PS3 or what, but it was on PS2 or Wii. I don't know. It originally came out on PS2, right?
Yeah, it was a PS2 game. It's also on the Wii and this.
Was it really a PS2 game?
Yeah.
Oh,
We were really unnoticed, but it had kind of like a cult following. But I wonder if like the glitches just manifested in the port, or if they've always been there and it got ported over, or what. But Okami's awesome. If you haven't played it and you like Zelda-style adventure games, it is pretty badass. So congrats to Pills of Death.
yeah, well done. It's really cool to see a Belgian runner, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Further establishing the international community that is speedrunning.
Yeah. All right. So, up next, we've got Out There Somewhere. This is a
That sounds
PC
like a
game
song.
I've never heard of, but Sir Fist is going to show us all about it. I think he's the Rad Ray Gun runner. Is that right?
That sounds right, yes.
Really excited for this. So anyways, he's got a 90% run in 12:35, so we're going to see what this game's all about. This reminds me of the same style as that other game that we saw, Celestial Mechanica.
Yeah, I was actually just about to say that.
But this has lighting in it. Ooh.
Ooh, lighting.
Looks pretty cool, though. What is this again? Out There Somewhere.
Out There Somewhere.
He says in the comments here, the core gimmick of the game is a teleporter gun which teleports you to wherever the projectile hits. The majority of this run is pretty much just execution, but I do save time by skipping tutorial box prompts when possible, by simply teleporting around them. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
So, this game is like the chess is a 2D portal. Kind of.
Kind of. Teleporter gun is a really cool idea.
In theory, except you can totally break the game and who knows what can happen.
Whenever you give a speedrunner anything, any weapon that lets you teleport or make platforms, you're really just asking for trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Okay, this game is really reminding me of something, because like it's, every room is like one screen, the screen never pans, and there's a name for every room. Like what game is it that did that too?
Like V.
V? Okay,
Yeah,
it's
V does that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because man, I gotta get a list going, because we're getting all these cool looking indie platformers that I gotta check out on the show here.
Yeah, I know. I write these things down, but I'm never going to get to all this stuff.
I don't even
Considering
write
I play
them down.
about 0 a week.
Just know I'm never going to get around to it. I really should. All these games that look fun, I should beat the records. Make them regret ever submitting to us.
Right, because that's the problem. Because once you start playing it, you're not just going to be able to play through it casually. You're going to want to speedrun it, and you can't do that for every game.
Right.
It's just sad. So it's better just to not expose yourself to new games.
Yeah,
to prevent that being in that position.
It's better to just not do anything new. That's what I've learned. Well, awesome. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, looks great.
Thanks for that, Surface. Hopefully we get to see some more of that. Maybe Fees will pick it up, and then we can see it again.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, so up next we've got Penumbra Black Plague by Kadi of Octodad fame. He did the 80% in 1846. And he says, the run was mostly based around skipping both small puzzles and entire large areas by using two glitches, item flying and clipping. Those are pretty generic names for glitches that are
that item flying thing.
pretty much anything 3D. While the former is very easy to do, the latter kills most runs, as getting a good clip is somewhat random. While this run was pretty good and beats my segmented time on STA by over 2.5 minutes, I'm still planning on getting at least sub 1830. Most of the time comes from new tricks found after the submission by myself and LO1TS. who definitely deserves a shout out. So shout outs to him. This looks like item flying.
Yeah.
this is another one of those
Oh
things.
god.
It's like
It
we're
just
watching
shows up in so
Fallout.
many ways. Exactly.
Elder Scrolls Oblivion does this in some speed runs. You can just because items are solid, you can just keep picking them up and jumping off of them.
Yeah, it's in a lot of 3D.
Yeah, this is a pretty
Yes.
old game though, so I'm surprised to see it here. It's like one of the oldest games I've seen item flying in. Also, kind of cool to note this is the second Frictional Games title, so these guys did Amnesia as well.
Do they really?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
This is Penumbra was their first series. Yeah,
I learned
I
something
did not
today.
know that. Same here.
yeah. This is like the second Penumbra title, I think. Second episode, I guess.
Oh wait, no, I did know that. I just feel dumb now.
Well, I didn't, but I still feel dumb.
Yeah, they're pretty damn creepy. Pretty cool game. So if you liked Amnesia, check out Penumbra.
Cool.
Cool.
18 and a half minutes. It's just a silly time. Well, good stuff, Cotty. Good luck on your quest for the 1830. Alright, one of you must know about Paper Mario.
What's
I
Paper
ran
Mario?
the other one, so yeah.
Close enough.
Okay.
Close
Yep,
enough.
you got it.
Alright, Almo has been doing, I don't want to say he's the only 1,000-year door runner, but he's definitely, the major one right now.
It's the
Yeah,
go-to
he's been
one.
grinding this game out a
Yeah.
lot.
I know he's been
Yeah.
trying to cut 6 for a very long time. I actually didn't know he did it. So that's
Me neither.
definitely a big thing
That's
for
a
him.
really crazy time.
Yeah, he was just trying to, I think he had a very low, 6 flat something, some odd seconds. And so by beating it by, a full 4 minutes is really good. He's been doing it for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a few tricks in this game. One of them involves kind of talking. You have for those you don't know, you have partners that fight with you, and from what I've seen, it involves talking to your partner, and he kind of pushes you into the water, and whenever you fall in the water, it kind of flings you back out, and it flung him back out past where you're supposed to be able to go, and it skips a good couple minutes, and that was found
So
recently.
it's-
I think it's 25 minutes or something.
Wow. So it's kind of similar to Blue House Skip in the first Paper Mario.
Yeah, I think it definitely doesn't look easy. I see him grinding it, and he still messes it up a lot. I hope I was okay in that definition. I'm actually not 100%. Most people don't. They run the other one and not this one, I guess,
Yeah.
because it's a little shorter. Okay,
Almo in the chat
said
is, yeah, Wind Waker, Storage and Wind Waker, kind of, but not really.
Okay, so you're kind of buffering, getting closer and closer to the edge, and then you fall off while activating the text, and I guess it kind of messes things up for you and lets you.
That would sound
Paper
about
Mario Super Swim.
Yeah.
right. The 1,000-year door uses peril strats too, right?
I don't.
Think so?
I think so.
Probably.
It's a really long run to rely on peril strats. It's pretty scary. Pretty
I think it
scary
does.
strat.
I think you can do a lot more damage than you can do in the other one. Or danger strats, I guess, is a difference.
My bad.
I think there's items you get, or you can get several types of badges. I don't know exactly, but I know you can do ridiculous amounts of damage, up in the 20s per
Yeah.
hit. Where the first one it was 9, maybe.
Yeah, 10 or 9, and that was all you were getting.
Okay, so you're down at 5 HP instead
Okay,
of 1.
that's somewhat reasonable. Wow. Well, cool.
Also, we just hit 1,000 viewers.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, congrats to us. Oh, well, we're back under 1,000 now. 998.
Oh,
I had to
good.
say it. Oh,
Way to go. Way to go,
Okay.
C Fox. You just killed it.
Sorry.
Shout outs to the 2 viewers that left.
Thank you. There'll be a fire hazard in here.
Yeah,
Many people.
cool. Well, I'm really cool. Just letting you guys know. I'm really glad to see
What
that
I am.
1,000-year door is under 6 hours. I remember when it was up around 7 hours, a year ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. All right, good stuff, Elmo. Okay, Pokemon White. And then Brawl got a 3:44.10 and improved his time by about 2 minutes. 2 minutes over the course of about 4 hours. That's, wow.
It's
I'm
not
surprised there's a Pokemon record that doesn't have Worcester's name on it.
Yeah, I don't know if Worcester likes the Gen 4 games or not.
Yeah, I'm not
I
sure.
think I saw him playing White a couple of days ago, actually.
Uh-oh.
All right, maybe it was version 2, but I don't know. So
Wait,
maybe Umbral was just preempting his
White.
inevitable title.
White's Gen 5.
Yeah.
White. Oh, and he was doing like Pearl.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, wait a
Diamond and
minute.
Pearl are 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of mixed together.
Yeah. Huh.
Gen 4 doesn't count.
I didn't know he played either of those. I thought he was just 3 and before.
Okay, yeah, Worcester's doing White 2, and he does hate Gen 4.
Okay. Huh. Well, good stuff to an Umbral. Secret of Mana. I am really happy about this one. Because this is the first time I actually got to watch him do attempts live, and it turned out to be the run. So, Luigi Meister got a 245.57, any percent. 1 player, 2 controllers. Again, it sounds like a gimmick, but because of the way the game works, it really isn't.
So that's like legit?
Yeah. Yeah, the second
Wow.
controller, if you control the other character, you can do this weapon charge glitch, and lets you do things like this to the bosses. So every boss just gets obliterated.
Yep, and this game may or may not being played right now on a stream we're about to raid by said
he's
Luigi
playing
Meister.
My goodness.
I think he's like 220 in.
This is a really cool run. You like trick the game, you charge up your weapon. This is a really close hallway. He almost lost their run here because of Fire Jello.
Oh my god.
Dangerous.
Holy, that's definitely playing with fire.
But you like trick the game into letting you charge up your weapon higher than it's leveled to. And it like does this weird overflow stuff and you charge to like level a bajillion instead of level 2.
And then you just destroy everything.
Yeah. So there's that. There's all kinds of skips where he can skip places that he's supposed to go to. I can't even begin to explain all the glitches. Of course, since it's an RPG, there's an underflow glitch that lets you get infinite money, basically. So he uses that too. And can overwrite some of his items with similar items. So instead of having 4, he has like 8 of some items. It's a really broken game. It's really cool to watch.
So, quick question: with some of these tricks and stuff, would it be kind of like, is this game going kind of somewhere where like Secret of Evermore is going? Kind of.
This has been there for a while.
Oh,
These
okay.
skips have been known for a while. They're finding new stuff. Yagamoth and Luigi Meister and a few others are working on Secret of Mana.
Yeah, not at the rate that Secret of Evermore was being discovered. All this stuff has been kind of grinded out a long time ago. I remember seeing threads on SDA just like 5 years ago, running this game.
Yeah. Yeah, Secret of Evermore just kind of like came up out of nowhere and then suddenly 2 hours were cut off the time. But yeah, what he just did right there in the video, I mean, means nothing to basically everybody watching, but he just skipped one of the longest and most difficult areas of the game, called the Pure Lands, which is normally required to get to the final dungeon here, but he skips like 8 bosses and, this huge dungeon where every enemy can kill you in 1 hit, so...
Yeah, Pure Lands is the worst part.
Yeah, it is awful. So yeah, that run is really cool to watch. You guys should check it out at some point if you haven't. It's definitely one of my favorites to watch. Yep. All right, moving on. Who wants it?
I'll talk about this game. Not that I know anything about it, but I enjoyed watching the video of it, so what the heck. So we have a game called Sengoku Basara 3 Utage. Is that really right? What does that even mean?
Just don't worry about it.
Don't even worry about it. That's what I meant to say. Yes, TSSB, Japanese, any percent Kenshin. in 2457 by Tetsuo9999. What he says is, this is a 2457 run, but I got Sekigahara intrusion at the end, meaning that I got stuck with several minutes of scripted events. Oh, that sucks.
Wow.
Okay. But routing, execution, and luck with the level generation will be needed for sub 20. The main new strat of this run is using forward and triangle 3 times in a row, cancelled with R2 to move across maps at an incredible speed, which makes Kenshin the fastest character in the game. Considering that his boss killing speed isn't bad either, he's probably the fastest category right now. Considering that Kenshin can buffer into his counter while blocking an S string from a boss, there's really not much optimization to be done on bosses, besides getting them to do an attack that's easier to counter as soon as possible. Okay, I think that kind of makes sense, even though I don't really know anything about the game.
In short, you fly into an army and explodes and keep flying.
I mean, that's what it looks like to me.
This looks ridiculous.
It's all pretty fast paced. Like the whole thing is like this. It's one of those games like Beautiful Joe where there's just so much like screen stuff going on that like it's hard to really get a sense of what he's doing at first, but you probably don't even notice that after you play
And
it.
it says level generation, so with like procedure, this is one of those games with procedurally generated levels. So running that must be really stressful. I mean, you just get screwed out of luck after a certain point of optimization.
And always having to think about where to go next, as opposed to being on autopilot for that aspect of it.
Yeah, that can be fun though, So you're always having to kind of react to it. And with a short run, this is 24 minutes and 57 seconds. So, it's not too tiring. You can squeeze in a few attempts. So
Yeah.
So congrats to Tetsuo9999. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And up next here we have Star Wars: Shadows of the Empire. I think people have been secretly wanting to see people run this game. It was like one of the first like N64 games, right?
I'm definitely one of them. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't said it out flat, but I always hoped someone would.
He had a segment
yeah.
to run on SCA.
Oh, Alec Kermit did?
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I missed it then. Well, gonna watch this one then.
Yep.
Okay, then this is the long-awaited single segment. So
Yes, I've been waiting for a single segment. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about this clip here. So, 80% single segment and 50-52, again by Alec Kermit. And now, this is great.
Yep. Shout out.
This is the one that needs sound, right?
Yeah, it's mine.
Oh, okay. That's just my phone not being able to pick up the sound.
God, I hated this game so much.
Dude, this is one of the hardest parts, like when you first play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part's ridiculous. That fight, I remember, I think that's where I stopped playing. Yep, I used to do that all the time.
This jetpack animation.
Yeah, the jetpack is the most ridiculous thing in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do plenty of this. I did this by accident when I rented it before, and I took it back because I was scared what happened.
Yep, this is an N64 game.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Man, why does Pilot Wings jetpack not work like that?
Because I don't know.
OOB in the jetpack trials and then, end up in a different trial? That'd be sweet.
Wow, the damage he's taking. Wow, he's free. That was amazing.
It looks like a hand holding a fork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perspective, speed.
It looks like the zoo race for a bit.
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, I was wondering what that says. It says world record. I'm dumb.
Prince Shih Tzu.
This was inevitable.
That reel was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, very nice.
By the way, I didn't make this reel. I haven't made reels in these last 2 episodes. That was all glider, and it was hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, some good stuff. Alec Kermit. I've been looking forward to a single segment for a while. And there it was. Alright, so OmniGamer has been plugging away at Suikoden 2 for a while. Maybe past few months. And he improved his single segment time. It's down to a 6:46:37 now. And I believe he has notes that I can't read right now. So if someone wants to look for those, that would be cool.
Sure, I can read these.
Yeah.
He said, I had reasonable luck throughout and succeeded in a few experimental strats to give me a PB by 19 minutes. It's pretty nice.
19 minutes.
Yeah. Another 10 minutes can reasonably come off the run, with about 7 minutes of it from better luck. There's a Japanese time that is around 6:32 by the same timing. But it is glitchless and with a turbo controller. All these Japanese and their turbo controllers in their RPGs. Let's not get started on that.
Don't even mention it. Yeah.
Let's not even, yeah. I make use of Kindness Rune Underflow and Rune Unite glitches, so the route is completely different. Well, there you go.
Kindness Underflow sounds like the greatest glitch ever. Get really, really angry, and then you're the nicest person in history.
Mm-hmm. I'm sad I missed this run.
Yeah, he's been doing attempts like every weekend or so, I think.
What's going on?
Don't mind the background noise, just saying.
Okay.
Oh, I missed the clip. Damn it. Oh.
You missed
Well,
it.
yeah,
Yes.
I'm sad I missed this run. I was actually going to go on the stream, and then I forgot. And then I missed the run, so now I'm sad.
That's okay.
Proved to be
Fortunately,
good
it's
luck for him.
recorded.
Yeah, and I don't think OmniGamer's done with it either. So
No.
it's pretty cool to see him running this. It's like out of his typical type of game.
It'll
Suikoden's
never
like
replace Time Cop in my heart, but this is still a good one.
not quite on the same like playing field as something like Time Cop. No. But
It's
It's
yeah,
hard
sorry.
to compare those things.
this is one of the really good. Of course, there's tons of really good PlayStation 1 RPGs, but notorious for being just incredibly rare. So it's really cool to see somebody running this. It's just pretty awesome. So congratulations, OmniGamer. Keep it up, man.
Keep it up, indeed. All right, Fees.
All right. Well, what do we have next? Okay. Next up. Oh, my goodness. Well, so you remember how, there's not going to be the Super Metroid 20% run beaten anytime soon, because, it's getting so optimized that, we would never expect to see it again. Wait, just kidding. So, Super Metroid 20% has been broken yet again by Zoast. So, we have a 4605, which is a 5-second improvement, I believe,
Yeah.
the previous run. 5 seconds, still not quite sub 46. I think that was also still a 30.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
We're in. I don't think.
Wait, so
we're 29.
who had this
Yeah.
before Zoast?
Cop
Cop
Power
Cop Power.
and
Oh.
Garrison.
Yeah,
And when
Garrison
Cop
had
Power-
a 4611, I think.
Yeah, Cop Power
Yeah.
beat it by 1 second, and Garrison had it for a while, I think, and it was sort of a surprise when Cop Power
Yeah.
beat that. And
Yeah,
now,
that was one of those records I didn't expect anyone to take from Garrison.
right, and then
Yeah.
to have this happen again the next week is or whatever, it's pretty surprising. So, who knows what's going to happen next? So keep an eye.
It's all the Zoast cam. I mean, that pretty much got him the record.
I like it. He's got a similar thing to my Cam, except he's not like a stupid color. He's just like himself. He's almost got it.
He's not a stupid color.
He's not a stupid color. He looks like a normal person.
I think
Anyways, no, go on.
I think what happened is that Garrison got his 4611, and he said he was happy with it, and then everybody suddenly just swarmed. Cat Power took it the next week.
30-minute in-game time is,
That's what it was.
yesterday. Nothing.
Yeah,
But yeah.
old news. Zoast is mad good at low percent, too. I didn't even know he ran any percent, but he
Oh,
is.
yeah, his low percent runs are definitely, it's like low percent. If you can get him to convince him to do a speed booster run, it's
Yeah.
crazy stuff, man. Definitely
Yeah.
check out Zoast, who now holds the majority of the Super Metroid world records now.
Yeah, mad good. I'm really impressed. I'm gonna have to watch that run.
I'm gonna need to also.
All right. So up next we've got Spyro 1. Cipro 1. This is by Surreal, of course, our resident Spyro runner. He has a 43, 43, and 8%. Spyro, always a great game to see. Surreal, beast at this game. Pretty cool game, really fast-paced. I always enjoy seeing new times. So, nice job, Surreal. Do we have
good to see some content from Surreal. I just haven't seen him stream very much lately, but good to know he's still speedrunning.
Yeah, I haven't seen him stream in a long time. But yeah, Spyro would be lonely without him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who is our resident FPS runner this week?
I'll take it.
I like FPS games. I actually have never played this one.
All right,
It's supposed to be great.
let's hear it, Duckfist.
Okay. So this is System Shock 2, supposed to be an amazing game by M1. That's the 80% category in 27 minutes, 27 seconds. Let's see, that's 26:32 in game time as well. So M1 says this saves 9 seconds over his previous record. I'm confident enough to say that's a very good run, but it still has some cringe-worthy mistakes, as well as a few moments of bad luck regarding enemy placement. I'll definitely improve it, but it might take a while. This run uses a glitch in which you hit a loading screen while dying, and while holding onto a ladder.
Talk about multitasking.
Sounds like Jedi Knight.
All over again.
Crazy setup, man. Doing this will render you invincible when you get to the other side. Oh, could be useful. From there on, the game is a matter of optimized movement and quick work in your inventory, particularly during duplicating speed hypos, an item which greatly increases your speed. So apparently you can duplicate these speed increasing items as well after you've become invincible from doing the ladder death clip thing. So pretty awesome. So shout outs to M1 and FPS runners. Pretty cool stuff. Gotta check out System Shock 2 eventually. It's supposed to be amazing.
Is this one that Peaches ran at one of the AGDQs?
Yeah, that sounds familiar, yeah.
Or am I just making that up? I feel like he did. I'm trying to figure out what that weapon is in his hand. It looks like he's got like the blood pressure testing thing. You know, where you like wrap that band around your arm and then you pump it full of air. You know, looks like he had the. I don't know.
Okay, apparently it's
Maybe that's just
confirmed
me.
that Peaches ran this at AGDQ 2012.
All right. Yeah, I thought I remembered that.
It's been confirmed.
Cool. Congrats to M1. And up next we have Temple of Elemental Evil. It's Dungeons and Dragons, right? On PC. And is that 8 minutes and 50 seconds?
It's a bad ending, so it has to be quick.
I don't see extra zeros, so yeah, bad ending. Okay, there you go. By Onin, and this is on PC. Anybody want to take this away? We got a nice description here.
Yeah, I can read this.
Never actually played this myself.
Temple of Elemental Evil is an old D&D RPG where you spend more time murdering allies than fighting monsters. Sounds
That's
like
my
Dragon.
kind of game.
I started planning this run on the 15th and set an 850 record on the 16th. Fantastic. This run involves a rogue with 180 base strength thanks to a character creation glitch, who ends up murdering all her friends and running past everything while invisible. Bad ending implies I banish the Archdemoness at the end by stealing her jewelry rather than murdering her too. Thanks to 0 random encounters and tight execution, I doubt this run can save more than a second.
Well, that's that's SDA worthy.
What else can you say?
0 random encounters? Well, with other RPGs in context, I can't even wrap my head around that.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I see it because, playing D&D, you could easily get a bad ending in anything.
Bad ending is you die, and it's
Yeah, your party dies.
Yeah. You did not read the instruction manual. That wasn't the whole point of this game.
But it was funny.
Killed all your friends and moved on.
But at least there was a character creation glitch, because I hate to sit there and just keep remaking a character until you get good stat rolls. So
Yeah, that's what's the worst part about it, because it's like, they may as well just give it to you, because you can sit there for 45 minutes rolling your characters, and you may have to, and you may actually do it. So why don't they just save everyone a lot of trouble?
Right.
Sounds like you might have had some experience with,
Right.
with this before.
Exactly.
Well, cool. Pretty nice to see that you got the run in one day. Good stuff.
Yeah, that is most impressive.
All right. Speaking of most impressive, Lemon SX is back on the Terranigma Trail with a 4 hour and 3 minute single segment run. This is on the Japanese version, not the PAL version. He says a lot of people are learning Terranigma right now, including me, hopefully. So I decided to improve my old run, which is a 40907, about 6 minutes of improvement, and get even more people into learning this game. I ended up getting a decent run on my second attempt after 1 year, with a time of 403. Some time was lost because of bad RNG at some bosses, but that's just how the game is. I also had one of the sickest Gaia fights ever, which saved a huge amount of time compared to my old run. My next goal is to reach sub 4 hours, which will be mostly RNG based unless some better strats are found. I can definitely second everything that he's said. Yeah, Dark Gaia just like hovers out of the way for most of the fight and will only move forward in certain points, and it's completely random. And at the very end
Hey,
of
guys.
the 4 hour run.
Sorry to interrupt. I gotta get going.
Okay, good luck
Thanks for having me
on
the
your,
show.
Yeah, thanks
good
for
luck on
joining
your
us,
run,
Seafox.
Seafox.
Good luck,
Thanks.
Seafox.
See you
Have
guys.
fun with that.
See you there.
See you, man.
Seafox is going
continue.
to participate in an event that we will raid at the end of the show. So,
Yes.
that's not the end of it.
Can I get the next one after you finish with Terranigma?
Yep. I think I'm done. I think I'm done with
Oh.
Terranigma. Lemon pretty much crushed it, and you got favorable luck, which is all you need in this game. So,
And then he's going to crush it again soon.
hopefully, if he doesn't, someone else will, XO.
Or if you do it.
I'm a ways away from that.
We'll see.
Alright, take it away.
Okay, so after that, not gonna lie, I got confused for a few seconds. Legend of Zelda has been beaten by a Capcom game.
That's right.
He's Darkwing Duck in 3139. What was does anyone know what the record was before this?
Higher than that.
That's the way I put it. There aren't any notes here, which is kind of what I was looking forward to.
Oh.
Because
Yeah, you have to make up something.
Yep. That's what happens.
that would happen. I'm sad. I want to know what you did to make it better.
So it looks like a 5-second improvement. I just fired up the
Yeah.
run and the split say
He's-
31:44. So I really thought he had the first quest wrapped up, but no, he's back out.
Well, he wants to. Well, I mean, this run actually is from a couple weeks ago because we missed it last week.
Oh,
But basically, he's still doing the any percent with up A warps, and I think he wants to get sub 3130. Maybe is his goal, something like that. Like, I don't think he's at the point where he wants to submit it. I think he's still
Still trying to
doing attempts.
break it down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's hit the goal. I mean, who knows what he's going to do? He's got pretty high standards, so I wouldn't be surprised if we still, saw him continue to work at it.
Pretty high standards is one way to
Yeah.
word it.
Pretty mildly, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, his goal's 31:35, so he's only 4 seconds away from it. But those 4 seconds are
4 seconds.
pretty important.
And that the greatest 4 seconds of all time.
Mhm.
Alright, speaking of 4 seconds away, Goron guy back on the track. Majora's Mask, all masks, this is his category. I haven't seen anyone else in history submit a time for all masks. It's always him. So he got a 258.31, which is an improvement of some amount over his run last week. I know he had one last week because it was Zelda week. Yeah, that's all I've got for that.
it says 12 seconds improvement. So
Wow.
not quite the 4
he's got
seconds
a note
of Zelda,
again.
but yeah.
12-second improvement. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, he keeps losing his runs to this ridiculous frame perfect trick, which lets you obtain the captain's hat early. But he says he's planning on improving it in the future. So
Let's see what happens from
doubt
there.
it's the last Goron guy run we'll see here.
All right. Well, we've been delaying this as long as we can, but I think it's probably time we get to this last run.
Race.
All right. So
I have no idea what this is, by the way. This is like,
What?
like
Get
This
out.
yeah.
what? Maybe I will, but after this.
all right. So what can we say about Zoo Race? Well, let's start with the particulars here. This is a 100% hard run in 12:15 by Peaches. Is that really? Did he improve it by that much?
Yeah, he improved it again. He had a
Yeah.
14
Again, because
something.
because up till like yesterday, it was just barely under 15 minutes.
Yeah. And then it was a 12:47 because he said that someone claimed they were close to his time, so he just stomped it. And then, like, shortly before the show, he got it,
What is this?
whatever this is, 12:15.
This is a
What?
great game.
So
is
he's got
godly.
the ultimate note here.
Oh, those animations, dude.
The Zoo Race is a 3D action Christian animal racing adventure game I found while looking for a follow-up to smash hit religious speedrun Catechumen. By holding run, boost, and jump all at once, the game accelerates your creature to ridiculously fast speeds, and the most difficult part of the run becomes not clipping out of bounds and or launching permanently into the skybox. And if you watch him stream this for more than 10 seconds, you'll see him get permanently launched into the skybox. Most of the run uses Kane the Cougar because of his max speed, but Ruben the Rhino shows up for 2 races because of his fast swim speed and resilience to explosive barrels, porta-potty rat attacks, and air raids. Shout-outs to the Elemental Guard for finding a few important skips. God cares.
Peaches, you make me want to play this game now.
The
I
music.
don't know if I should love you or hate you for it.
Sweet game.
Yeah, this is the best game.
It goes so fast.
What is this?
Yeah.
We're on the moon.
I was watching him do attempts for way longer than any human should ever sit and watch attempts.
I can't tell if he's ever actually on the ground.
I don't think he is.
he is.
Not much of the time.
No.
I'm guessing because he's holding jump.
Um,
Yo, is that Noah?
yeah, don't worry about it.
God cares.
No, I want to know.
I was
This is
watching him do the
amazing.
first stage, and like he'd hit a bump in the ground and go flying into the sky and get
Stuck,
stuck.
yeah.
And that was it. Yep.
And
So,
a kick-ass soundtrack, of course.
of course, yeah. Peaches once again finding the ultimate speed game, the Zoo Race. Thank you for that.
Just waiting for it to take off on SRL.
Yeah. If
Take
it hasn't
off,
already,
yeah.
it's not too far off.
Yeah, and if it does, I'm definitely going to jump in on that because that is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in a very, very, very long time.
Yeah. You need to watch the full run. It's pretty great. Well, there's really nothing that can be said after the Zoo Race.
That's why we
that
put it
is-
last. It was
Right.
just a coincidence that it was started with the Z, because we're going to put it last anyway, because you
Yeah.
can't really follow that with anything.
We're going to change the name during the sort. We just put a Z at the end so it goes to the bottom.
Yeah.
So did it come in like, I don't know, a box of cereal or something, or
Oh, I hope so.
come with a Bible or something? Like, I wonder how it came about. It
I
just
really-
became so hot. This developer got signed on, all this stuff.
Yeah, it's so good. What a game.
Give it a
Is
box
it?
of Wheaties.
It's a free game, isn't it?
It's not free.
It's free to play a little bit, but that's how they get you hooked.
It's like shareware, I think.
Oh, okay.
You have to pay for the full game.
More like prayerware.
Oh,
Oh, I
no.
see what you did there.
Snap.
Oh, dude, this lovely this website's amazing. I'm gonna
Free
have to
demo,
buy it.
$7 full
Ages
game.
9 to 99. Oh yeah.
Nice. Wow.
So good you could run on Windows ME.
The
That's
best
good.
investment
That's all
ever.
right.
$7 for so much entertainment. All right. Well, we're already far behind on our splits. I guess it's time for shoutouts. Is that right?
I think that's what we do.
Yeah, that's all the records. So, I wish we could ask Seafox, but he's kind of gone.
Yeah, he's
All
gone.
right.
So
Well,
we'll
you
see
have-
him very shortly, though.
See some more of him.
Tofuel, do you have any last
Um,
words?
Shoutouts to Fash for finding every glitch in Diddy Racing. And I'm also going to do Diddy Racing at SGDQ, so stay tuned for that.
I'm
Awesome.
excited.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't been done yet at a marathon.
Speaking of marathons,
There might be
Oh.
that you should watch.
You should go watch this marathon.
Yeah, there's the Gaming for a Cure marathon raising money for the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Currently, CFox7, who you might have seen just a few minutes ago, is playing some sweet moon kicking here.
Yep, he just
I need to
started.
jump in on that action.
So here's the link. Feel free to go say hi and lend them your support.
yes.
All right, cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Good stuff.
And also, speaking of marathons, when is Summer Games Not Quick? I guess that's coming up in a couple of months. And ESA, I guess, is that the point where we can start saying stuff about it?
Yeah,
We're getting there.
I think it's the end of July. I
It's
want
the
to
end
say
of
the 24th, but I might be
Yeah.
making up that day.
Yeah, it's about the end of July.
Okay.
Oh, so that means he'll be going through my birthday. Awesome.
Yeah,
And I
Mad
think
Hyper
most of us will
SGDQ.
be there, right, at Summer Games?
I will be.
It's pending, but it's becoming more and more likely every day that I'll be.
Do you want
able
to
be
drive there together, PJ?
What's that?
You want to drive there together?
Yeah, you
Dude.
bet. We'll leave on the 10th.
It's like a 24-hour drive.
Can we rent a camper, like in Winnebago, and take it across the country?
Yeah, I could see it working. Or you could just
Speed
Oh,
runner.
okay, it doesn't go through
Shirts
my birthday.
optional.
Motorcycle and sidecar.
we could rent a boat and then just drive that across the country.
Because
it
that
would
makes
be a lot
sense,
more
yeah.
fun.
Tandem bike.
Yes. Huh. Tandem bike plus sidecar. We can
Uh-huh.
reroute and pick up Duckfist on the way.
Yeah,
But yeah,
geez,
it's
that's-
gonna be a real good time. Just looking at the games that were suggested is pretty exciting.
Mhm.
Yeah, just stick around, check the SDA forums for updates, or come back to TSSB in the following weeks, and as we get more information, we'll let you guys know.
We'll keep
of
mentioning
future
it.
For sure.
marathon stuff, yeah.
We will keep
Yeah.
you posted.
Also,
Okay.
watch this channel on Thursday because we have our rescheduled match of Jackal being the main game for
Oh,
our
I'm
SGL.
excited for that.
Yeah,
I hope I get to commentate for that because I love that game.
Jackal is a good game. Yeah, great NES, sort of like shooter type
Yeah.
thingy, whatever you want to call it. And our guests, I should say, are Cypher, Chum, Peaches, and Ness Kamikaze. So an all-star cast.
Yes.
Pretty intense lineup, yeah.
Video game people. And that's going to be at 9 p.m. on Thursday.
Yeah, good stuff.
SGL hype, yeah. Make sure you stay there for that. So that's. Do we have anything else?
Yeah, I think that's it.
No, I think that's it.
Nope.
All right. Well, thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you, Tofu and CFox7, even though he's not here anymore. Thanks
We'll
for
just say thank you when we see him.
thanks
Yeah.
for joining us. I really enjoyed learning about Diddy Kong Racing. It's a pretty cool game.
Yeah.
So did I. That's what I
Pretty
was
sweet
hoping.
game.
Yeah. All right. So
Definitely go to that marathon.
yeah,
Yes.
go check out that marathon. We're gonna play
CFox.
the outro, and we're gonna play a few ads. So if you guys want to just leave this open and another tab or something, well, we would greatly appreciate that. All right. I think that'll do it.
Mhm.
Thanks for watching, guys.
All right. Thanks. See you next time.
All right.
See you
Peace
later.
out, everyone.
There's plenty of monkeys to go around in that gift directory.
Yeah, there's a lot of monkeys.
Go nuts. Go bananas. Oh,
Oh,
I'm going
snap.
to take a break. I'll be right
Where's
back.
I see what you did there.
Where's the boot duck fist button?